Let's go. Let's go. 1,000 words ain't enough to define the body of, yeah. Caught her look and she wants it back. She's firing up that body up, yeah, babe. You think that I want you, but nah, babe. You're one in a million, but it's not for me. I'm not into girls with a plastic trace. Don't take it too personally, yeah. My fault, my bad. The word's out, but you aren't ready for it. Show off, appearance of I got it, but I got.
You're always on your game during work time. Now, take the work out of game time. And creating your best edit requires time to make the right cuts. So, we help cut render times. Get the processing power to do it all. Join the gamers and creators who know the pure speed of AMD Ryzen processors. Those who know performance know AMD Ryzen.
Good evening there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the AMD Present, the Streamer Quest with Windows 11 and Xbox Game Pass. It's going to be your boy Aggressive this time around, coming in with my main man CCV. It's been a while, but at the same time, hey, we're not doing Valorant for now, but we're doing something a little bit more spicy and a little bit more fun as well. It is a pleasure to be here, CCV, and to watch all
Certainly.
these streamers now go up against one another to get the glory and to get the cash prize that they're going in for. I'm really excited for this.
Absolutely. I mean, the wide range of streamers we have been able to get under one roof right here for the entire streamer quest, not just for singular events, but the teams that are formed as well, the titles, the names associated with this event. It's just larger than life. And every single person, yes, they are playing for the cash prize as well, but mainly, I'm not gonna lie, everyone is here for the entertainment. The streamers themselves, streaming their matches. Yesterday we saw Among Us as well. All of us broadcasting these matches. We all want to see entertainment because it is going to be competitive. I mean, these streamers, if any of you have watched their stream, which obviously you have, you know they can be cutthroat, but at the same time there's going to be a battle of laughs, especially with the game we have today as well, which is going to be none other than golf with your friends. I mean, yeah, if there's anything that game is, it is funny first, and then all the other adjectives.
But at the same time, it can be the most competitive game out of any other
Mm-hmm.
game that you ever played. Think about
That is
Uno.
true.
Think about Uno and think of a much more higher caliber. This is the game where a lot of people become friends and a lot of people just fall apart and never talk to each other. But we're going to talk about that more inside the matchup. Let's head on over to the scheduling for this entire event so that you guys can get a visual representation set. Sorry about that. Set your calendars up as well for all of the different games that we have set up for you here. And as you just stated, we had Among Us happen on the Saturday, and now today's
Yeah.
Sunday with Golf with Friends being main horizon. Now, I'm gonna say personally, I'm a little bit more excited about the Halo Infinite one, but still, Golf with Friends,
True.
possibly one of the most funniest casts that we're gonna be doing in a while.
Absolutely. Today is the only day, however, golf with friends. And as a matter of fact, all of these game titles from so many publishers, as a matter of fact, I mean, like over 100 games are there on the Xbox Game Pass. All of the titles in front of our screens are included, including many others as well. So if you're a viewer and you want to play these games, not just with your streamers, but with your own friends as well, or in your own time, have a wide range of single player games, make sure you get Xbox Game Pass. You can get it on select Ryzen laptops as well. So make sure you grab those from down in the description. However, we'll be grabbing some amazing footage as well of these streamers playing it and the entire matches. We have a lot of matches right now, and having a look at the team, not just the teams, but like we know the teams already, but having a look at today's matchup, the select content creators that are there for today, it is going to be quite interesting seeing these dynamics because, Grace, if you just mentioned that a lot of friendships can happen because of this game, but at the same time, as teammates being respective teams, Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie, you have to make sure you do not turn against your teammate. So all 6 of these members, they've got to make sure to keep their composure and to play as teams and then focus on all the destructive parts of golf.
Yeah. But at the same time, here, CCB, I personally, like, I'll be honest here, I've not seen a lot of them play golf with friends, so I am kind
That
of
is
questioning
true.
how much experience all of them are
Mhm.
gonna have. Possibly this is gonna be their first time. We're gonna see a lot of full charge shots coming in. And you gotta remember,
Exactly.
collision is on, ladies and gentlemen. So a lot of spicy plays could be coming in around at any second. We're gonna see a lot of trolls, we're gonna see a lot of memes.
True.
And honestly speaking, I'm gonna be amazed. But let's head on down over onto Team Alpha and see exactly who's gonna be playing from there. And the 2 streamers are gonna be on our board. And looking at the intros and all the teams that are playing, you gotta remember there are gonna be 10 streamers on each team. And out of those 10 streamers, 2 streamers are gonna be playing here today. Now, how are they gonna be playing it out? That's it.
Absolutely. Their strategy has to be innovative, not just for golf, but for all of the esports titles as well. I remember specifically for Team Alpha, their captain, Shriman, he was talking about when the launch happened a couple of days ago, when the stream was taking place right here at the esports club. He said that for a bit of the FPS titles, especially the one we'll have next, which is going to be Halo Infinite, Team Alpha and all of the streamers incorporated in it, they don't have a lot of FPS experience compared to members such as Team Bravo, another team whom we'll be having a look at right now, or even Team Charlie. But what they can achieve is a lot of excellence in other games. However, to bring that firepower, to bring the best of the conversation, we have Team Bravo led by Pooja as well. And again, these streamers, we have seen them, and the best part is we have seen them play almost every game under the sun, and the audience enjoys them for all of the games that they incorporate. 10 streamers, variety of games, variety of genres, and every single time it's entertaining, and so it will be today as well.
Heading on down over on the Team Charlie as well to get a visual representation of them. I'm pretty sure the Team Charlie's got a little bit more hype surrounding them, considering the names that they do have on their side. Binks has completely star-studded his roster here on that end. But at the same time, you cannot get overconfident even though you have a lot more talent on your side. Because you know for a fact that any of these teams and any of these streamers can just come in out of nowhere and steal the prize away from you. That's why this is an entire gauntlet in a sense, starting from the beginning and all the way up till the very end. Because yeah, we're playing golf with friends today. Even if you have a lot of massive FPS talent, you're not going to be able to get away with much if you don't get those hole-in-ones and if you don't cuck your opponents enough. In a lot of different cases, it's all about the strategies. The way you pace yourself throughout this entire one is how you're going to be moving it down forward. Let's head on down over to the game, ladies and gentlemen. I know for a fact you're all giddy for it and you're all excited to see your favorite streamers playing off against one another. Who's going to be rising up to the challenge? You're going to see today. As you can already see, these players are starting. Hole-in-ones already in. Okay. Just immediately as soon as we jump on in, we got the first one.
Yeah, I mean, that's just great at the moment. But the thing is, like, consistency has got to be a big element right now. We have to keep in mind, like, how many of these can happen as we wait for the final member to score. Are they just ticking down the clock? Oh, another shot. That's unfortunate. Again, no matter which esport title you talk about, if you don't have the advantage early on, you're going to be playing that mental catch-up. And what we can see with Vanessa being the only one getting the hole-in-one, she has a considerable advantage, and so does her team.
It's going to be the first initial stroke coming in. Ooh, that's already a hole-in-one going in from one end. That's going to be a good one immediately because with that, they do get a strong lead for their side, but then again, you gotta see very carefully exactly how this is going to play out.
Absolutely. It'll be very interesting, hearing the streamers as well. They are just, I mean, look at Vanessa. She is trying for the hole-in-one. It's going to be successful again. So you have to take your time. You have to take your time. And at this point, with only there being, a finite amount of goals per map, you gotta be careful as we move on over to hole number 3. These are fairly quick, but again, the opportunity for mistakes, or rather should I say the misfortune for mistakes, can occur quite quickly as we see an attempted trick shot right here, but it's going to be a 2-hole one.
That was a really close hole-in-one. It is going to be a par, not really the thing that we wanted to see, but hey, if you get close enough to it, it's going to be more than enough. Another par comes in, and ooh, another trick shot from the side of Vanessa. Could be a pretty good one if she's going to be able to land the hole-in-one. We saw her land a multiple hole-in-one already from the first initial ones, and ooh, that was very close. Ouch, man, that's going to hurt. She nearly went down over onto elevation and fell in. Still a par is pretty good. 2 strokes. She's pretty much on her way.
Exactly, all of these are. I mean, it's not a big difference right now. So far, I really expect that over the course of this map, we see tougher and tougher holes happen. Because this one also looks like a hole-in-one or a par. Oh, that collision!
Oh, that is an
that's gonna hurt. You already know that's gonna lead to rivalry. But it's gonna be a par nonetheless, as it was gonna be before.
If all the streamers are going to be able to get into their respective positions, and they are now all in. Ooh, that's going to be a pretty difficult one right at the very end, though. 14 strokes already. Things are not looking good for the side of Team Chalk.
Absolutely. And for anyone wondering what exactly, I mean, after all, Golf with Friends is going to be a competitive event here at the Streamer Quest. How exactly the points going to be calculated? Well, they're going to be a total of 5 maps. This right now is an amazing shot from Mackle. First of all, And
Michael's like, yep, boys,
moving
I'm
on.
going professional. I'm going professional now.
That is true. I mean, we may have to host more golf tournaments than if this is the case already with the streamers who have. I mean, I'm not really sure how much experience they do have from the looks of it. They are looking quite strong.
Innovation is everything when you're a streamer. And honestly, they're showcasing their skills of innovation
Oh,
at a perfect standard. Hole-in-one once again for the side of Vanessa, and they're leading the charge. Look at how many hole-in-ones they have. A couple of pars, but that's it. God damn, dude. It seems like Mackle and the
absolutely.
Mackle and his squad are just killing it in this one.
I have to say, yeah, this is looking really good right now. Oh, that's an unfortunate skip. And power is a big element. Even Sneath are missing right there. Both of the balls jumping over for two different streamers. But now we move on over to the next hole as well. Everyone's done with theirs. The score's still pretty close, especially moving on towards the top of the table because we are seeing a lot of those similar hole-in-ones and powers as well. So there's not a big difference taking place right now.
So taking her time for this shot, lining it all up as perfectly as she possibly can to try and get this hole-in-one, because the earlier of a lead she gets for this first initial map set, the better it's gonna be overall. But let's just see how she goes for it. Oh, not enough power to try and get on over from the other side. Still, she got the feeling for it. Now it should be a par, but sound bad. He's trying to get it in all in one stroke instead of trying to play it safe. It's understandable, but at the same time, you're adding a lot of strokes on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And this is exactly what I wanted. You know, I wanted the holes to get harder and harder and, you know, lesser hole in ones later on because then we'll really see the true skill. This right here could have been a hole in one. However, because of the missed opportunities beforehand, it couldn't. However, I don't think Vanessa
remember
minds. She
this
is
one, dude.
still being at the top of the table as every one of the streamers, they're taking the right or the left. It was attempted to go for the top. Mackle's gonna score. Soul Casper. That's that. Again, simple power right there. Another hole done.
They do get it down onto two strokes, and now the last couple of players are still going to be going in for it, lining up the shot. It is going to be Mackle and Vanessa trying to go in for that perfect hole-in-one. They're strategizing. They're talking to each other about all the different views that they can go in for, but a full power shot from here. All right, I think that Vanessa loves to go in for those bang shots, and from her end, she's in a pretty good spot, I would say. Like, she's trying to go in for the perfect angle calculation, pulling up all of the trigonometry, geometry, and all of the class.
Oh,
Okay, never mind.
that sounds like me doing trigonometry with the result that I ended up with. I'm not gonna lie. But...
My God.
All right. Well, moving on. I think yeah, she's gonna take the road taken right now, and the road not taken. But it's gonna be another miss. Okay. For the past two goals, this can be an opportunity for other streamers to creep up. I'm not really sure what she's trying yet again, going for the side swap. But all right, I'm willing to see how this ends up. If it ends up any different than what happened previously, why not just to go the simple way? Okay, it's gonna be
that is
another
beautiful.
technical hole in one, but it's a bogey nonetheless. So still,
It's still
Vanessa
3 strokes. She's
leading, but leading by 3 strokes only. Exactly.
Ooh, these are one of the ones that are a little bit more tricky if you don't get the exact amount of power. Mackle, he's laying out the land and seeing all of the different streamers
He's
going
going
for the
full
first initial
force.
try. Full force is the best way to do it because it will land you directly,
Okay.
but it will not get you the hole in one unless you get the perfect angle. That is a really smart plan, and the fact that he got that birdie basically solidifies the lead even further. It's Kabu's turn to try and go in for it, and Kabu, he needs exactly 3 strokes for this, even if he does it perfectly. It's gonna be a little rough, but hey, 3 strokes, you can live with that.
Exactly. I mean, it was a rather difficult hole. We move on over to hole number 9 in a second. But other than that, I'd say that, yeah, still close competition. The mid-tables are pretty interesting as well. And now look at that. Once more, the lead to the top has closed off. It's 15-17 with how it stands right now.
Oh my
Beautiful
God.
shot. And that's going to be another one done and dusted. But still, you can see the top 3, they are in close contention. And that is quite interesting, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, goddamn, Kabu already got the hole in one before he even got his CM. 2 holes in ones already. And a perfect set should be all that they need. Poor old Casper's not going to be able to get that perfect hole in one. But still, a par will work out in their favor. Mackle gets another one. And Sunita
जा जा
still
भाई
waiting out to see and lay of the land and see exactly where she needs to go.
एक
Doesn't
बार
want to
एक
go
बार में हो गया
overly into it right off the bat.
अरे जा
But
जा जा जा
Oh.
positionally,
नाइस वन
ooh,
नाइस
जा जा
वन
जा
she
गुड
nearly got it.
बाय बैड लक
Nearly. I mean, for most of them, I mean, this was a highly unlikely scenario where the ball was just right there at the edge and
Is
it
it?
caused Sunita to go for
I'm already
another
dead.
shot. But regardless of that, it's one. You still have plenty of time. This is only hole number 9 as of now.
Oh,
And now we're going to
they
see
just
another
helped her.
one going.
They just helped her. They pushed her forward.
अरे I'm going
You can see that Casper's going in full celebration mode. God damn it.
ओके
It's just one of those moments where the opponent team accidentally team kills and you know you have to celebrate, right? It's something along the lines of that.
পিকোর পরে একদিন
Thoraz is having a pretty rough time on his own accord, seemingly.
আই থিংক
Oh.
Vanessa's just getting thrown around like a ragdoll.
Yeah, all these moving objects, they are the most difficult part of golf with your friends. Well, for me, I'm not gonna lie, like, whenever I play this game, like, golf isn't the most difficult part, it's with your friends, but, nevertheless.
তো সবাইকে অ্যাড করা পসিবল না আই এম রিয়েলি সরি
So Ethan's like, oh, I'm gonna be able to move myself forward a little bit here. It goes back to the very start. Pretty rough angle to try and get
Oh,
out of,
that's-
especially with these moving
Yeah.
objects. Honestly speaking, you're not gonna be able to get that far unless you
The
get that
speed.
perfect shot.
Exactly. Now Sunita has realized that her speed needs to be lowered, and now she flows through the first one. However, yet again interacts with the moving beam. However, she is seeped into this corner, and she's safe and sound right there. So now she can finally score. She's already made 3 shots. This was a 4th. Hopefully and optimistically for her and for her team, she can score in right now, which she will. All right, double bogey.
It's still pretty rough for the other end. They're not in best spots, I would say, not just yet, but Team Alpha, they're having a pretty rough time. They're at the bottom of the scoreboard. But still, they can come on back from me. You gotta remember, this is just the first initial set of maps. We still have 4 more to go.
Exactly. Yeah, that is the main thing. Like, it's gonna be for a lot of these streamers because they don't have a lot of experience as they would with like other games or like other esports titles that they frequently stream. Consistency is gonna be a bigger factor later down the road as well once we head on over to maps such as 3 and 4. Because unlike other games that we usually see here, the esports club, if it's a 5 map series, this one will for sure go to 5 maps. It's not a best of 5 or anything. It's going to be a 5 map duo that all of these streamers and all of us will be embarking on as well. As a matter of fact, our ship has already sailed and currently we're in the woods stuck, as are all of the streamers trying to find
Better position.
the next hole.
That was such a good position. He got bounced into the best angle possible to try and go in for the cross here as well. I think that the opponents are helping him more than they're trying to cuck him with this collision.
सीधा सीधा जा
Yeah, that is the one thing I want to see. Like, after a certain point, there may be 1 or 2 streamers who may not have the best chance of winning, so they just outright start griefing. That will lead to the best moments. I absolutely want to see that. But right now, everyone is focused on their game. I mean, understandable. And yeah, it still has led to a couple of funny moments already. We have seen opponents helping each other when that wasn't their intention, but more so, it has been great performances in general.
अरे Casper when you
Yeah,
go
got
down
it,
to
got
the-
it, got it, got it, got it.
Now
Map,
this- now
but
this
you
rotation
can
is
already see a lot of strokes have been added just because of this one singular course. This is one of those courses you can't really complete in one
Nice.
stroke, and even if you have to do it, you need to go in for an incredible bank shot. If I remember properly, outside of the map,
11.
outside of the map, yeah.
Alright,
This is just adding up and up and up for this other
left
side.
top mouse button.
It's difficult, but there's a possibility of them trying to come on back from it. But for now, Team Alpha,
স্ক্রিন শেয়ার আই ওয়াজ
yeah, they're not in the best of situations.
Oh, that was. Both of them were gonna go in. However, yeah, it was just a misfortune. I don't think anyone had the intention of doing that. But regardless, that happened. And at the moment, with what we can see, it's gonna be
their
hole
way out.
12. I don't know. I'm not necessarily sure.
This one costed the
What
most.
is this?
spectating क्यों हो रहा है
हाँ वो I guess bug हुआ है मेरा भी हो रहा है
सबका हो रहा है okay
I
Oh,
don't
well,
remember something like this.
from the looks of
Or-
it, from what the streamers are discussing, it seems to be a bug.
spectating क्यों हो रहा है
So it's just wait for it to resolve, I believe. But other than that, so far with how it stands right now, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like we are seeing the lead
Until I
starting to
finish
form.
it, you guys will still
There's only
You
like
have
what
very
game is cheap.
like
Say that.
there's so little ways
Like
remaining for the
everyone
lead
has
to
to say that.
change. At the top of the table, I believe it's still Vanessa, and she has to like mess up very badly in the remaining holes in order to give up the lead on this map, which I don't think is likely.
Yeah, they said around it.
what about the other map?
I think at this point, not
गाइस
much
यहाँ
you
पे
can
बाबू
do
का
to try
ग्लिच
and
हो
bring
चुका
this one
है ये
down.
क्या है ये
But
golf
for now, we just have to wait it down. Golf with friends. We love the game in general because of its lighthearted nature, but when it comes down to debugging and a bug-free game, I don't think we're gonna be able to find out much when it comes down to that one.
Me only. Okay.
That
Pretty
is true.
sure the side of Team Bravo, they're gonna be a little bit mad when it comes down to them being in such a stuck position, but it's completely fine. Nothing to really worry about. They still have a strong lead to go in for moving.
Okay. Okay.
ये इंटरनेट का इशू है ओके ओके
Absolutely. And in the meanwhile, as we are watching ball go in the same direction under the map,
आप
same
कैसे
direction
डिस्कशन
under
हो
the
रहा है
map,
कमेंट करके बताओ
makes
जरा
you think that,
अरे आरएनजी
you
मेरे को
know, what would the streamers be? I mean, obviously, the streamers, you know, they are streaming themselves as well. They can
गाइस
use the
डोंट डू
chat.
दिस
But in
क्योंकि
the
वीडियो बंद हो
discussions,
जाएगी लाइक कर
with
दो
what we can hear the streamers,
ट्रूथ
they
आगे
are
कर
just
रहा है
thinking
बिकॉज वन
about
थाउजेंड
their
लाइक्स टू
their
गेट
audience at the moment. So that's nice to know that they aren't completely focusing on the competitive side of it, even though there's a prize pool attached of rupees 5 lakhs right here. But I'd say so far it's gone off a good-ish start, except for this one bug.
नहीं
And
अभी चले
yeah,
गए
still,
आमिर
you
के
know,
पेज पे
keeping in
मैप
mind this
देखो
is going to
सीधा
be a competitive one.
हाँ हाँ ठीक है
That yeah, we're just waiting for the bug to resolve, honestly.
पे आओगी ना
Yeah.
नहीं हाँ
Pretty
हाँ
long
ठीक
one in
है
general. Mackle's like,
ये
yep.
कर लो तुम
And we're gonna be stuck here
अभी
for a
जब
little while,
ऑर्चिड
boys,
पे
but don't
आओगी
really
ना
worry
तब
about
पता
it. I'm
चलेगा
here to
कि
make
बगल
sure
में
you all are
कौन सी मैप
entertained in
खेल रही
that
है
end.
तुमने
And
Mhm.
from our own side
I'm
here,
gonna give up on it.
I'm really excited to see how a lot of the
मोहम्मद भाई आपको
streamers
खेलने
are
मजा आ
gonna
रहा है
be
ऑब्वियस
टू
बात है
वेरी
playing
डिफिकल्ट
on
रोज
the
इतना
haunted
तक
map.
देता हूँ रोज
Now, you could be asking me,
हो गया
why are we talking about the
हो
haunted
गया
map?
हो
हो
गया
गया
हो
इन द
गया
न्यू मैप
इट्स ओके
Primarily because I don't know if you played the haunted map or not, CCB, but
I haven't.
honestly speaking, some of the
नहीं मैं न्यू
holes
मैप
on
पे आ
that
गई
map still
मैं
gives me
आगे आ गई
PTSD to this day.
क्या मैं वहीं पे हूँ होल 13
All right, let's
मैं
see.
होल
Well, a couple of the
13
Oh,
streamers are
हाँ
here
वो
into hole
खेलना है ना वो
13.
नया मैप है
So,
आई मीन न्यू
with how it
स्टेज
stands right now, we're gonna see. Well, at the moment, we are seeing, you know, Mackle, Casper, Vanessa again, just going for simple shots, and it's gonna be an easy birdie. So yet again, maintaining consistency, simple shots, but with what you've been propping the haunted map up with aggressive. Let's see what happens. As right now, it's back to a 5-shot lead for Vanessa. And like I said, she has to mess up big time in order for the other streamers to catch up, which I don't think she will. As now we are going into the archery section of golf.
गया है थोड़ा
no one's gonna be going for the archery bounce other than Vanessa. Vanessa's already just going in for full force on that end. One by one, they're trying to take a little bit more control away from
क्या
all
किया
of
वो
it,
भग
but
के गया ना
बता
hey,
देता हूँ मैं
playing it safe, getting a couple of strokes
हो
in,
गया
even
मेरा हो
4
गया
strokes is
सेकंड
completely fine. You're playing it safe, you're playing it for
उड़ के गया ना
consistency
वो
instead of taking a lot of risk.
हाँ,
So it's the best.
एक साथ ही तो उड़ रहे थे।
हो गया
आप
ब्रो
जाइए
क्या किया
Ooh,
वो
players are
Absolutely.
moving up
बता
and
देता हूँ
down.
मैं इसमें बताऊँ तेरे
This is
को मैं
getting
क्या हो
closer.
गया
They're
हो गया
catching up to
सेकंड
Team
ही है
Bravo.
क्या ही चाहिए और
मेरा भी हो गया सेकंड
That
उड़
is
के गया
true.
ना वो
So, with how it stands right now, yeah, we are nearing the end of this map. And granted, yeah, this one map is just 20% of the entire
I guess
journey that we'll see today. It's still a major part. And yeah, with the moment, Vanessa, Hathoda, Mackle, yeah, we are seeing a couple of changes already happen. I believe that, yeah, Mackle has crept up slightly, but he is here. And I don't think he'll be leaving anytime soon. At the very least, he will stay on that podium position as he gets another, I believe this is going to be a birdie. Oh no, it's going to be an eagle for him.
we did it boys
3 shots that he
पूरे आ
did
जाना
takes. For now,
बुलजाई जो
you're just gonna be waiting it down to see how the first initial map is gonna end up. All of the streamers they have gotten into the flow of
बुलजाई
things,
जो है ना
but
जो
at the same time, you need to
बुलजाई दिख रहा है
consider all of the
अरे मैं उसके बीच में
consistency
दिख
as
रही थी
well
क्या
throughout all of
finish
these
and then they
maps.
will
The
come
maps
to
are gonna get
finish.
progressively harder and harder and
They
harder
just
with the new
slide
zones and the new
slide at
areas
the
coming in.
same
Poor old Zanida
position.
thought that she's gonna be going inside of the hole to
Oh
get a
यार
pretty
कैमरा
good
सेट हो
advantage lead, but
I'm
she
not
falls
able
to
to
her
see
death and now
anything
is
फिर
pretty much back at the
भाई वो
start.
स्क्रीन वाला बहुत गंदा दिख रहा
Casper gets a little bit of a positional advantage from her own
अरे
accord, gets
ठीक
the
है
double
कुछ नहीं टू
bogey
पार
घुस
ऊपर
गए
गया
in a
चले
pretty
गए
good spot. But once again,
टू पार
Team
ऊपर गया
Alpha,
मेरा
they're having a
गए ना
pretty
घुस
rough
गए
start to the
हाँ गए
first
गए
initial map.
डेफिनेटली
Oh,
गंदा दिख रहा है
that's unfortunate. Yes, Nia already she went out of the map. Now she went over the map. So she respawns yet again. And so far, not the best for her. She goes full. Wait, what? What? Okay. I
Frustration.
hope she can hear me, but what was the intention there?
Frustration.
Surely. No, again, full force. This is not gonna.
Frustration.
She. Alright. Full force is not the. Alright. Hopefully she can realize full force is not the way. Because she's already racked up a lot of shots right now. She only has 2 seconds remaining. Yeah, I think she'll be missing this hole. And keeping that in mind is just unfortunate. Yeah, she won't be able to complete.
Time's gonna be up, and Poral's that she knows. But there's not much that you can do about that. But he's just gonna give it.
Exactly.
Mackle just
Knackle gaya.
casually threw in one.
How?
भाई what the fuck?
Knackle
Sure.
gaya
How
andar.
did he score that?
Oh, not again.
ए-
Someone's
एक
got
मिनट-
bugged.
Full power झंडे भी देख के easy.
Ah,
Oh,
that
that's
is-
gonna be a collision. Wait, did okay? So Casper didn't even intend
Wait.
that collision. However, she causes Vanessa to go down with her,
Full power झंडा.
and now it's gonna be a rebound shot for Vanessa, and yet again she'll collide and she'll go back. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
Still gets it all down in one stroke, but Vanessa's having a pretty rough time joining her buddy here. But for now, maybe. Oh, that's
Oh.
perfect. Oh, that is
Beautiful.
a beautiful shot.
I got it.
She got the angle, she got the lineup, and with no one to cuck her as well, that's an easy one for her.
Mm-hmm. Casper trying the alternate strategy will work thanks to gravity and the slope being provided, and that's going to be a double bogey for her. So the collision did cause a bit more harm, but that's that. And we have 2 more holes remaining. Yet again, Vanessa has a strong hold over the first position, over the throne. No one seems to overtake her. As we see the rest of the scoreboard, we have Hathora, then we have Mackle. Again, both of these lads aren't going to leave the podium as well. So, are there going to be any changes in the standings in the final 2 holes? I think that's the main question on everyone's mind.
पता नहीं कहाँ। तुझे का बेस्ट है पता है, उसको देख के पता लग जाता है कि ये नहीं
Position
करना।
where it could either be
हाँ, मैं ही
a
हूँ,
perfect start for them, or we could just be
थोड़ा सा
looking at a
गिर के जा रही है,
problematic
ध्यान से
scenario in
गिर रही है।
general. This is
ये
one of
तीन में
those
होगा मेरे
holes
से।
that may not look really tricky because
हाँ,
the
ये तीन में
hole is
होगा।
right in front of you,
What?
but
अगर कोई बीच
this
में
is
ना आए
possibly
तो
one of the most hardest ones in the
हाँ, नहीं
entirety of this.
You have to get so many things right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You've got to make sure you have enough speed to cross the moving tracks, but not more than enough speed that you overcompensate and then you skip the hole entirely. But regardless, with all that being said and done, Vanessa still gets a par, and we are seeing now Mackle about to get a par as well. Oh, he missed.
no!
This can be disaster. It may just be. Oh, the collision saves him in a way. In a way, the collision saves him.
Listen, universe, maybe that's gonna happen. Coral Slid not having the best of times, and Sinida misses the hole as well. Adding one more to the tally, and Backle's just going back and forth. He's
नहीं,
not
नहीं,
having a
नहीं,
good day.
नहीं।
Backle's like, no!
No way.
ग्रुप
No
पता नहीं bro, ये
way.
भागने खुद जा रहा है ये पता है।
You can see the frustration in his eyes. He's like, come on, man,
Oh my
please,
God,
please,
bro,
just
what
let
the
me go.
fuck?
Exactly.
30
He's
seconds.
gotten the position, podium position already, but 7 strokes. That is a lot on the average. Look at that, 7. His competitor is 5, 3. So he has to hold on to this 3rd position. And it is going to be the final hole now, hole number 18. The map is about to come to an end. All of the streamers are already there. And now you really have to use the free cam. I'm not really sure Casper used the free cam right there, but she goes for it nonetheless. And it is a solid chance so far.
Yeah, Casper is in a pretty good position because she's
Beautiful
gonna get a
shot.
birdie. 2 shots. She got it down in 2 shots. Casper's like, how did I do this?
भाई लॉग में फंस चुका हूँ bro मैं।
Oh no, can he get a shot before? Oh no, Michael. Oh, this can be unfortunate. Unless he can get a shot
Oh,
in.
no, bro.
No, there wasn't enough power on that.
Bro, मैं।
No, no, no. This
Ah,
can't
it's
be it
fine.
for him. He
This is an
went for the
impossible
podium
position.
position.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
he can. He just has to wait for
he
this one
needs
to go
bank
off.
shot
मैं पता
this. He
देख रहा
needs
हूँ
to
कि
bank
जल्दी
shot
जल्दी जा
this.
रहे
You
हैं
can
पहले,
already
उनको
see
follow करो,
he's
easy.
now doing all the analysis in his head. Has
Oh,
calculated
oh,
that
full
route.
power, no.
Using the
Don't full
Pythagoras
power
theorem
it.
that
फिर से नहीं, फिर से
Why
नहीं,
would
फिर
you
से
full
नहीं।
power it? Why would you full power it, Mackley?
चल
Oh
आओ, ठीक है,
no.
इस
Can
बार
he
हो जाएगा,
escape?
इस बार हो जाएगा।
Oh no. Oh, this is sad.
I did it.
He gets it though. 5 strokes. I mean, it's not too bad, is it, Agi?
अबे यार
You got it right.
It works out, but at the
Sad
same time, you
भाई
got to remember this is a 2 versus 2 scenario where all of the strokes
Exactly.
are going to get added up all together when it comes down to the end of the day to crown the champion for the entirety of the
मैं नहीं
Golf with
करता
Friends
यार
event. So the fact that Mackle added a couple of strokes in here and there,
Uh,
it's gonna be a little bit of a problem. And this has been an
exactly.
absolutely phenomenal player throughout all of the holes for map number one. And if she's
Very
able to
true.
keep this level of consistency for map number two, I think that Team Bravo, they could be on the charts for winning all the 5 points here that they can earn for the overall arcing of this event.
Absolutely, you need those points right now because, considering the game titles we have, it can get more difficult to rack up points in other titles. Like there's so many variations right here. I'm not going to go into other esports titles. We have the entire month for that. But sticking to golf, knowing that Vanessa has a strong grasp over the basics with how it seems, that's very good. That's going to be a great map one for her team. But overall, as soon as more maps, as soon as more moving elements, pun intended, are added to not just the map, but to the entirety of our day with golf with friends, I have to say that Team Bravo, can they hold the lead? Because after all, the overall points is what matters. Map number one, your combined points of your entire roster, plus map 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it determines who's gonna win. As we have a look on over to map number 1 and all the highlights, all the plays that happened just now. There were a lot of them. There was the main glitch. I mean, I wouldn't say that was a highlight, rather a low light, but rather than that, there were a lot of amazing hole-in-ones. We saw people getting stuck, people moving on over. So let's have a look at them in general. But I would say that, yeah, it was very entertaining.
This goes to show that the streamers have done a little bit of homework before they did come into the matchup. Like Vanessa,
True.
I would personally say that she has been incredible with the amount of hole in one she's been able to hit. Did her homework. She's going to be able to get all the nutty trick shots that she needs to go in for a lot of these plays and get that edge over her competition. And when you have something like this on your side, it's really difficult to try and get a lead among any of them. And the fact that Team Bravo have gotten such a strong start on map number one, being one of the much more well-known map sites, considering all of the factors, that now it's looking to be a lot more competitive because I do believe that a lot of the other teams they're gonna start falling off as soon as we head down over to the second map being Candyland. Because in Candyland there are a lot of moving objects. And those moving objects
Mm-hmm.
can just instantly make sure that you don't get anything.
So my question now is, Agi, is Candyland gonna see a rework like Icebox? Okay, I had to make. I'm sorry, I had to make the joke. Regardless of that, we'll see how Candyland pans out. Are the players going to get the sweet taste of victory, or is it going to be cold for them this winter? Interesting question, since we're about to head into March, which is the epitome of summer. But regardless, all right, having looked at the highlights still all over, plenty of good performances, and it just had a variety, which I think is a word I can use to describe the entire streamer quest. We have a variety of streamers who are daily, regularly to their audience stream a variety of games, and we have such a large range of games in the streamer quest as well. So it's good to see that how the games are going is a replication of how the entire journey and how the entire event is in itself.
Last couple of highlights coming in, we can see a lot of incredible shots, but at the same time, you gotta feel for Backle, man. This guy just had the worst time ever trying to get this
The final two
in.
holes. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, they were unfortunate.
the last two was the worst for him. Like honestly
Hmm.
speaking, he just could not get a single one in at the very end. But hey,
That's
it's
true.
completely fine. This is a
Mhm.
team game after all, right at the very end. If one of your teammates are able to get a proper hold from there, and for example, Vanessa just completely outshone everyone throughout all of the courses that they played in, and
Yeah.
even though Mackel added a couple of strokes here and there, depending on one of the courses that he did play, the overarching storyline I do believe should be that Team Bravo, they have the lead now for map number one. I did not see the exact number of points. I did not do the calculations in my head. There's so many calculations to worry about, but
Oh,
that's my analysis. Team Bravo, they're on the start. Team Alpha, I think, at the bottom, and Team Charlie are holding a strong but close second position, and they're going to be possibly overtaking Team Alpha, sorry, Team Bravo, if they're not able to go in for a little bit more of a consistent play. Hopefully, now they're going to be talking to one another, trying to go on for a little bit of strategies as they talk to their chats, as they try to strategize between each other. How they really want to move forward, though, here, it's going to be up on the cards.
That is true. I mean, I don't think there will be a lot of strategy. I think the streamers will be thinking more about, just what to do next. I don't think there's going to be any major counter strats, anything along the lines of that. It is, after all, golf for their friends. But it is an interesting point to bring up, talking about the entirety of the teams and, the streamer quest event in general and the points that you're getting. Because yes, to anyone watching, if you're not familiar with the point system, the team that wins golf with friends today will be getting 5 points overall. This is for the streamer quest, not for golf, nothing like that. The team coming in second will get 3 points, and the team that comes last will get a single point. No one goes home empty handed. However, you want as many points as possible, because these points are the only thing that matter. These points are the only factor differentiating between a team winning 5 lakh rupees and a team going home empty handed. You need to take as many as possible, and this applies to every single other game that we'll be seeing now on. Yesterday, yes, we had Among Us. That was promotional, that was for fun, for entertainment only. That didn't have any effect whatsoever as to how the streamer quest would go on. But now all of the titles that we have up and coming, they will have a lot to go with. So you have to make sure you are up on the table in the standings, as we'll have a look at the standings for map number 1, and we'll be taking a close inspection at the players and the streamers and how they perform. And we can already see that's a big lead for Vanny right there.
Danny's in the perfect spot. 39 points for her. Like, do you need to worry about anything? Not really. 47 on
Exactly.
Turusada Hatora. Mackel with 58. Pretty close start in general. Casper with 65. Sunita with 79. And Kabo not having the best of times, I would say, with 126 strokes. But hey, there's a possibility they're going to be able to come on back from it.
A possibility, but yeah, it is extremely difficult to get back. I'm not gonna lie. However, keeping that in mind, I'm not gonna lie. This is an amazing start right here. And the bad thing is there's a big disposition between so many of the streamers. Like, every single streamer, regardless of their position, they have like 7 8 strokes in between them. Which, granted, yes, if you look at it from a perspective of 18 holes per map, or somewhere around 18 holes per map, and there being 5 maps, that's like a lot of holes, right? So those strokes can happen. But considering we've already had a difference of like 8 per streamer strokes after map number 1, it begs the question that, is this difference only going to crack wider and wider, and are we going to see the major differences in the playstyles and the skill level of the streamers after every single map? Or are there opportunities for, every single map getting closer and closer? There are arguments that both of those possibilities are quite rational. On one hand, yes, since the next maps will be more fun, there are going to be a lot more moving elements, it's going to be more difficult, you can lead to unlikely winners and can lead to unlikely people getting those hole-in-ones through sheer luck, I guess. But at the same time, if you have someone who has a higher skill level, no matter what the map is, no matter what you put in front of them, they're still going to win regardless.
Completely agree with you there. But at the same
Mhm.
time, that's the thing about playing a game. You
Right.
go in, you play the first initial map, you play the entirety of those 18 holes, and then you go on to map number 2 with a much more deeper understanding of how the game mechanics. And I really do
True.
believe that Gabo and the Sunita are just trying to feel the map as much as they possibly can and feel the
Mhm.
game and understand the mechanics. Now that they had a taste of how the mechanics are going through, now I really do believe they're going to be able to come on back and get a little bit more of a competitive spirit going for game number 2. Because if they're not able to do that soon enough, I don't know, man. Team Alpha could just be out in the running for this entirely.
That is true. I mean, let's see what takes place. Having a look at all of the players as well. Yeah, we need something better to happen from the players. I guess map number 1 was just a warm up for their side, and they can improve. Or I guess as casters, we're just over analyzing. At the end of the day, it's gonna be the players playing nonetheless. Let's have a look on over. Let's jump into map number 2, where all of our questions, where all of our queries are going to be answered. We can see all the streamers ready with hole 1, and Mackle, or he tries something interesting through the water. He's jumping through the water, still on his first hole. I think that was unintentional, but now it's gonna be a much more consistent play from the rest of the streamers, as
अबे यार
that
बाहर चला गया
was such a good attempt. Yeah, you can see the frustration in Mackle. It was almost there from his side.
It's bumped out a little bit though. That bump is gonna cost him. He's not gonna be able to get that perfect hole in one. The hole in one strategies for this particular map, being the first initial hole, is pretty predominant. But at the same time, if you do mess up the stroke, then it just keeps on adding up and up and up. He's gonna be able to get the pseudo air quotations hole in one that he was trying to go in for. But yeah, 5 strokes this early on, that's gonna add up.
Absolutely. And this is just the first hole out of multiple, out of a lot of them. As we have a look at Sunita, this is her 5th one. So she has messed up a bit. However, still, it's not going to be that bad. 6 strokes at the end of the day. That's still fine. So I'd say that right now, all right, interesting. Casper is currently leading the charts with only 2. But then again, yes, it is the first hole as Vanessa. Oh my, what? I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
I'm sorry.
Even
What?
Vanessa's confused. Vanessa's like, what?
That was not
Center full, bro.
intended.
Easy.
There's no way that was intended.
Don't do cheating.
Hey,
Oh,
happy
I did it.
accidents.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
No,
That's
no, no.
what
You
golf
know
is.
what Uguay said? There are no accidents.
चलो हम भी तुम्हें
No,
help करेंगे, Michael.
I whiff.
Is that Lord of the Rings?
No. Uguay from Kung Fu
I
Panda.
whiff.
Oh, then I was thinking of completely different. I don't know. I haven't
yeah,
seen the
you-
movie. Regardless,
समझ नहीं आया मेरे से भी ये।
right now,
I whiff.
all right, hole 2 equalizes things a lot more. We are going to see a fight for the second right now, as you have to go for the timing. Full power for Mackle. Ooh, quite interesting. I mean, he doesn't know what lies on the other side. This is one thing I've seen the streamers. They're not really utilizing the free cam. I'm not really sure why. It's like you're getting a look into the entire
shit,
map,
मैंने
but
ज़्यादा
they're
power डाल दिया
willingly
ना the map.
not going
Yeah.
for it. If there's one tip I can give to the streamers is use the free cam. Look at that. Mackle has 15, his entire seconds of the free cam. Our next streamer, he or she may have 15 seconds as well. I need to see someone actually utilizing the free cam, because it's such a power tool to knowing how the map and how every single hole is, because it resets after every hole.
Positions that you really don't want to be in. Now, do you understand why Candyland's gonna be a little bit
I see.
of a problematic scenario?
Oh,
Ooh, these maps are gonna get closer and closer. Because now the streamers really need to start thinking about how they're going to be moving forward. Do they really want to cuck their opposition as much as they possibly can? Or are they going to be going in for a little bit of a slow take? And you can already see they're waiting for each other to make that accidents happen. One person,
That
Vanessa
was
did
unfortunate.
try. Like, Vanessa just absolutely
Yeah.
tried to predict when the hole's going to be coming in. That's going to be rough because now the streamers, they're going to be feeling the pain.
Okay, there are 25 seconds remaining. Sunita still hasn't gone for her shot. I'm worried for her now. She's gonna wait the entire thing. 18 seconds. She says she's feeling feared. I'm feeling the fear for her. Just take the shot. She goes for it. Alright, you know what? Fair enough. It's not gonna be a direct hole, but at least she can finish under time. Or can she? 3 seconds. Okay, she does it. 6 throw. Jeez, that was a heart attack Sunita gave all of us right there.
It's a rough.
I can't see the
And
flag.
Vanessa this time around could just be going in for another bank shot. Usually at Casper's like, oh, I didn't want to click it. That was a really bad click, but hey, completely fine. Now she's gonna be on the slide. Going on down, but where's this gonna lead her? I don't remember this map that well. Ooh,
दो में हो गया मेरा कैस्पर
हो जाएगा
Maybe.
तेरा
हो गया मेरा दो में कैस्पर
Ah, that's done.
चार हो गए शायद.
मेरे 4 में हुआ
slow and steady wins the race. I like the fact that
नहीं, वो
Casper is
इसका
going
चार
in
है.
for a very slow, methodical
please,
approach.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that
she
is
can
just
get
a
it.
sad story. That is just a sad story. You can see that Casper's like, come on, just a little bit more, just a little bit.
No.
All right,
That's just
that's
rough.
done.
That's just
Absolutely. But still, having a look, it's really good right now how Vanessa and Casper are leading, the entire scoreboard, considering both of them are in Team Charlie. It shows that Team Charlie are they're really looking solid. They just have to maintain these performances. Another thing I really like, Casper's using the free cam. Thank you. She's actually using it. That's very good.
my god!
But even if Vanessa doesn't, she still scores it. She still gets another hole in one.
मेरा दो में
What's that shot? That was a beautiful shot and a half. Goes over the top onto the railing and then just bounces down for a perfect hole in one. That's incredible.
Okay, wait, where's the flag?
Informed for all these streamers when it comes down to what they want to do.
Right.
It just goes to show how innovative they can be when under this much pressure. Casper, though, ooh, that's gotta be rough because now she's gotta do the double bounce without any form of repercussions. It was close. She nearly fell it. I think I spoke too soon.
She's going
Casper's
for hole
curse?
number 6. Yeah.
Casper's
Oh
curse.
no, not in golf, man. Not in golf. Uh but alright. Oh, a great shot from Michael right there as we see an eagle from his side. But yeah, Hathora Casper, they're gonna finish finally. That's gonna be another hole done and dusted. Having a look at the scoreboard, Mackle's still on 3rd position. That's nice. He's being Mr. Consistent right now. Even in the previous one, he was in the 3rd position. I guess his team and I guess his entire roster are looking for being in the middle and not taking the win, but at the same time not finishing
try
last.
all that but okay
Very crucial that you don't overcommit to a lot of these because if you're able to show consistency throughout all of the maps, then you should be the one to win. You don't need to go in for a lot of risky plays. Yeah, the risky plays are gonna help, but will it help you in all fronts? Will you be able to do it every single time? Not really.
सेकंड वाले पे फुल मार दिया मैंने
Mm-hmm.
सेकंड या उसका आगे वाले
Oh.
चले जैसे निकल जाए तो वो नीचे जाना है वो तो सेम ही
That's
जाएगा
sad.
Yeah, another. I mean, it's a par 3, and I believe Casper will get in 3. Nope, spoke to.
noob
I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
Casper's
Actually,
curse,
I'm
right?
agreeing. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you now. It is likely to be Casper's curse. Oh no!
तेज रखना आगे से राइट है
Was that on purpose? No, I don't think it was because
मारी तूने इसको?
Casper and Vanessa are teammates. There's no way that could have been on purpose. Look at that. Oh, that was just unfortunate. Yeah, seeing a replay of that, Vanessa, that was a big mess up considering she and Casper are teammates. That can cost them precious strokes right there.
Oh no.
I think that Mackle and Mackle and Vanessa are teammates.
No. Team Charlie is Casper and Vanessa, and Team Bravo is Macklin Hathora.
Confusion.
कितना बार
Well,
लगा नहीं
I think that I am going on a tangent
कुछ नहीं
here.
हुआ तो फुल पावर मार दो
Yeah, it's Cabo, Sunita, Team Alpha. Team Bravo has Hathora, Mackle, and Team Charlie has Vanessa and Casper. So that was that. But
मैं तो 4 में
still, seeing how it's going right now, it has to be a lot of individual performances as well. Whoever your teammate is, you still have to perform the best because if they mess up, you have to be sure you can catch their fall and you can, salvage a bit of the damage.
এখন ফার্স্টেই কথা যে আঙ্কেল দরজা খুলতেছে না নিজম কইলা শাইক আমরা সবাই নামাজে গেলাম না আল্লাহ যেটা
Scubbo is going to be able to get a little bit more of a forward position
Oh,
going
no.
from his end, but Mackle, you need to get those holes down, man. He's not going to be able to do so that much, but
अबे यार what the fuck bro
gotta get. For Mackle's like, come on, let me get the
That's
perfect
fucked up,
power
right?
already. I just want to go over this thing almost.
अरे
Two
यार,
strokes.
oh my
Four.
god bro अबे नहीं हो रहा bro
Mackle's just adding up. Mackle's like, this is not a hard shot. I've been getting hole in ones throughout this entire thing.
यार तो ये दोनों है ना
Hey,
like grief कर रही है
He's able to
भाई
get it. Got the position.
तो कुछ
Gets
बोल
the
भी
double
नहीं रही
bogey.
हूँ।
ठीक है भाई अब तुम देखो,
Exactly.
अब तुम देखो।
So
मैं मेरा
so
पास नहीं
far,
जाना था, उसके बाद
it's gonna be a fine finish again, a bit close towards the end. A lot of stuff taking place.
बार
But yeah, Sunita's still waiting on her to finish. She has the tendency to finish the holes right at the last. So hopefully she can do it beforehand. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit unfortunate. 0 seconds remaining. Or she won't be able to again. Misfortune right there.
भाई लड़कियां मजे ले रही हैं यार मेरे से what the fuck भाई
Goes to show that the teams, they're getting closer and closer to
मैं
victory.
भी ये भी full
They're
मार
edging it out every
नहीं ये
single
नहीं आता
time,
मेरे
but
को
moving on the line
कौन
from
सा
here
है?
though,
Do the
now
honors,
is where
somebody
they
do the
need to take a
honors, please.
crossroad.
I'm
either
करके
take
दिखाएगा?
one side
वेटिंग
or
मुझे नहीं
take the
करना
other.
मुझे
This
आएगी
is a
समझ बाद में
massive map, mind
फिर
you,
मेरे को वो
CCB.
नहीं करना
So you are
Mhm.
not getting this on a hole in one. It's physically not
अच्छा ये
possible.
तो
You
नहीं करना
need
था
to
जो
go
मैंने अभी
in for
किया.
a possible
ठीक है
double par or double par. And there is a glitch that you can do to get an eagle, but I don't
Sorry,
know if
Hathoda,
you're
I'm behind
familiar
you.
with that glitch or not.
अब यार
The
सीधे
the
रहना
only
कुछ
glitch I'm
मारेगा.
aware is the Astra
Black
Star
किधर है
Cell
पूरा?
one.
ब्रो सुनो ना
Okay,
All right.
bro.
अबे
दिख
हथौड़ा
गया
तुम
दिख गया
आगे
दिख
कैसे
I
रहे
didn't
हो?
do it.
मैं भी
I
आई.
don't play controllers. I didn't do it. No, I saw it on
You
Twitter.
play
I
Spike
didn't.
Rush anyways.
Exactly. Okay, I can't even deny that. That
Please
is
touch
true.
हो जा.
But all right, these streamers, well, they're still playing golf. They're still on the same hole. It's gonna finish right now. Hole 9 comes to an end, and alongside it, I believe half of map number 2
Please don't
also
stop.
comes to an
हाँ,
end.
I'm gonna cry.
So, oh, that was a close call right there between Casper and Makel, but both of them,
दिखेगा मैं तेरा.
they miss each other.
बढ़िया अच्छा है
That's gonna be a par for the side of Mako. Getting a couple more
Guys, gonna be
strokes,
no
and he's gonna be able to,
नहीं हो रहा guys
get himself down over into a
नहीं हो
good
रहा है.
position. But once again,
Mhm.
looking at the scoreboard though, we can see
ये कौन
that
भाग
a
भी गया?
lot of the teams are pretty much right next to one another. Everyone's gonna be over 30 points. So there's no massive discrepancy between the players.
अरे ये तो उसने पार्क में. अबे ये तो बाहर चल. ओ
Exactly. And oh,
थोड़ी ज्यादा पावर हो
what's
गया.
going on? All right.
अरे ये तो
All right,
उसने
it's just
पार्क
a bit
कर
of
दिया.
unfortunate.
मतलब कहाँ जा रहे हो?
Again,
उसने पार्क
Vanessa
कर
can
दिया.
use the
अरे मैं
free
9 वाले पे
cam,
वापस क्यों आ गया
but she goes for it nonetheless. And that's gonna be all right. That's gonna be like a 4 shot. It's a par 2. She'll get a par
अबे
plus
मैं 9
2.
वाले वापस
It's
क्यों आ
not
गया
that bad, but it could have been better. But regardless, yeah, Vanessa, she
अरे
still
एक में
has a
जिता दिया
major
मेरे को, एक में हरा
advantage.
दिया. टक्कर के लिए थैंक यू भाई जो भी था.
Yeah, Vanessa nearly
ब्रो मैं
pulled
9
off
पे
the
वापस हूँ
impossible and got
क्यों?
that
पता नहीं ब्रो
bogey on, but it's okay.
वेट कैसे?
Just gotta wait
Mhm.
and see how this is gonna be playing out.
Click left.
Last couple of strokes in, and Casper should be able to get a pretty strong lead with her teammate. Vanessa leading the charge. Let's see how it goes. Oh,
मैं पहुंच गई बट अभी.
बट पहुंच गए.
All right, that's 6 strokes, not that
क्या
bad.
हुआ ब्रो
But
ग्लिच हुआ ब्रो
oh, having a look at the scorecard right now, Makel's down to 4th, and Hathoda has taken his place. So again, yeah,
I
just
don't know,
close
मेरे को glitch
calls
हुआ है
taking
within
place all
मैंने
over.
like
As we move on over to hole 11, and taking a look at Hathoda, he's not gonna use his free cam, but he's preparing his shot for now. He's just gonna go for a full power to the side. Again, you can use the free cam. Yeah, what?
हाँ I can
No,
banking
that
it from
was.
the outside, that is smart, but that needs to be a
Mhm.
perfect bank off of the tree.
Maybe then.
Exactly.
Okay, never mind.
Positionally, though, you're not going to be able to get away with that much, but
sad
it's
भाई
okay. Mako's going to be going in for the much more consistent shot, gets that
Don't use
bogey
your heroic
with
trick shot
three,
के
so
चक्कर में ना, it's
सबसे ना
it's messy.
Exactly. Overall, it's still going to be one nonetheless, as all of the streamers look to finish up hole number 11 and move on further. You're having a look at Vanessa right now. Sunita also finishes, and yeah, just 4 strokes on average. So not that bad of a hole. Again, all of them go through the things, and all of them just get it done with and maintain this a similar performance all throughout the scoreboard.
कितने भी
positions
खराब
are
है.
held and
Where
they're
guy?
all
Where is
done
the
on proper. But
okay, the flag
कौन
is
था ये मैप के
on
बाहर
this
चले गया?
case, on hole number 12, though, yeah, this is where the real fun will start to arise. Having the perfect amount of power for all of these strokes could just be the make it or break it for you. Either you get a hole in one, or
Don't go
you
behind,
could
don't go
just be
behind you.
getting a double par.
Behind you.
Ackles in a good spot, but now he needs to maintain the power and the speed for all of these.
No.
Exactly. So yeah, now it is a matter of just getting it done. That's gonna be his 4th one. It's gonna be a bogey. So good stuff right there. Vanessa, bit unfortunate. What is going on? Alright, she'll have to respawn.
मेरा साथ में हो.
As we're having a replay of what just happened. Yeah, that's gonna be a respawn for her. Unfortunately, she can't even jump and get out of it. So Sunita still at spawn, 50 seconds remaining. She attempts a shot right now, and from the looks of it, it's gone quite well. Nope. Oh, spoke just a millisecond too soon.
But three, try three and right side
Getting a
करो
little
थोड़ा
bit too
सा.
much
फिर
power
वो
on
left है
these
वैसे.
holes, or pretty penultimate when it comes down to them reaching the hole or just falling off the edge of the map because of how it
Why am I
ये
going
ज़्यादा पार हो गया.
ज़्यादा
plays.
पावर हो गया. Two and a
Yeah.
half में.
सीधा you go.
ठीक है, Michael.
nice nice
मैकल लीड आ रही है, मैकल लीड आ रही है.
That's just unlucky. That's just very
Lead आ रही है.
unfortunate.
6 seconds remaining. She's gotta finish right now. She has to go for something like hole in one. Alright, let's see it. 7. We're seeing the replay of that. 5, 4, 3. Oh, I won't finish. She ran out of time. That's gonna be another penalty of 2 extra strokes. And now Hathora has the lead. Oh, this is very intense. Now
Very
it can
competitive.
be the other
All of the
score.
streamers are like two strokes away from each other for this one.
Mm-hmm. This is far better than map 1. The moving elements are working.
I told you, like, this is the place where the men and
बस यहाँ
women
तक
are
ठीक है
going to
तेरा,
be
बहुत है तेरा,
separated
बहुत
from
है.
the
बस
girls
तेरी
and
थोड़ी
the
और बाहर आ
boys.
जाए. नहीं. थोड़ा तू राइट में होता ना
This
तो
is
तू
also the
power
place
मार के
where
जाए.
either you're going to have an overjoy from seeing all the visuals of chocolates
हल्का
and
रखना
candies, or you're going to just have despair in
इतना
your
भी नहीं कि
eyes
पहुंच ना पाए.
as you keep on missing the shots. Having a look at Casper, she misses. Oh, you have to take your time with this one. You can't be aggressive. She goes for half-ish power, misses again. But has she learned her lesson? It's going to be her 8th stroke right now. She's going for more? Okay, no.
1.5 हाँ. अरे नहीं.
Oh my god. Well, she gets it in 9 strokes.
1.5 था उधर से.
It's a little bit rough there, but hey, at the very end of the day, Tora though, like, just look at the bat. He's been getting these all down in 2 strokes. It feels as though Vanessa and Casper, they're choking a little bit under the pressure, but
4 में हुआ.
I believe it's still adding up and up and up as we go down forward.
भाई यहाँ पे
Casper
ज़्यादा वो
just
मत
fell
रखियो.
through.
राइट वाला वो नहीं नहीं स्कैन.
Oh, you need to get the perfect bounce hit on that to go towards the other side, if I remember correctly. It's possible to go on top of that, but
नहीं भाई
it's not
कौन
the
था ये?
best angles, I would say.
Yeah, are they going to risk it? From the looks of it, not. But it still may cost them to go for the loop. As we can see, Hathora failed yet again. Vanessa collides with him, causing her own journey to be a bit cut off, to be sabotaged. As thank you, Casper, for using the free cam. Michael, that's good. That's just a bit of briefing. That is what I want to see. I sincerely hope that ends up in the highlight moment because that was really good. I get it was griefing, but that's exactly what he's going for right now. He doesn't care.
The first one ना Casper.
आप पहुंच गया बस ठीक है यही चाहिए था.
बस यही चाहिए था ब्रो, यही चाहिए था.
मेरे को
मैं
भी
दो
यही चाहिए
दो
था.
लोगों को ग्रीफ भी करूं, उनको पता नहीं
Knuckle,
चला कि मैं
just
उनको
one
ग्रीफ
more
कर रहा
ये मत कर भी.
था. यार ये गलत हो गया ब्रो.
I spoke too soon again.
गलती होना चाहिए ब्रो.
गलत ही होना चाहिए.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
six strokes.
ये था एक ने मुझे ऊपर से
Easy-
उतारा
easy
फिर
grade.
मैंने कहा, चलो ठीक है कोई नहीं.
You can live with it.
Yeah.
शॉर्टकट वेंट रॉन्ग.
Okay, with how it stands right now,
चलो ठीक है
oh,
कोई नहीं.
just waiting on them to finish up. 20 seconds remaining in this hole. So you've got to be careful with how quickly you can, essentially get those shots in. And yeah, Michael was going for the griefs, but the thing is, his teammate Hathora is currently leading the charts. So he can grief a little bit. But all over as a squad, he still needs to perform. So 6 strokes, it isn't that bad considering other members are on 8 and just entirely ran out of time. But still, Hathora currently leading the charge. Michael on second. This is like
Okay.
really optimistic for Team Bravo. This is looking really good. Map 2 is certainly going their way.
Team
ये
Bravo is
हथौड़ा
in
ना पूरा पड़ के आया,
perfect
पूरा.
position to try and bring this back.
अबे एक
The
बार
fact
में
that
क्या
they
किया था?
have these positions primed already from their end
हो गया 2 में हो गया.
Mhm.
goes to show that this
नहीं, मैं
team is
देसी खेल रहा हूँ
pretty
भाई, जा
much
देके
going
बता.
hyper competitive for this initial map. Casper
अभी 2 में हो गया.
nearly pulled off the impossible and got the perfect hole in one, but a par is what she gets
दो में,
instead.
दो में, दो में, दो में.
She's celebrating. She knows what she did. It was a perfect shot.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a very close battle right now between Team Bravo and Team Charlie. Meanwhile, Cabo and Sunita, on the other hand, they're still towards the back end of things. But I guess maybe Golf with Friends isn't the game for Team Alpha. I guess they can, salvage this later on. Considering Sunita's at the bottom of the table, a lot of pressure falls onto Cabo to get those performances.
अभी इसमें डुप्पे खाती है बॉल, पानी पे देखी हूँ मैं कल.
He's out as well. Consider all the different
देख रहा हूँ
factors.
ब्रो मैं.
It's
सीधे
just
Mhm.
those
कहाँ है?
small changes here and
Yeah.
there that should bring in that change up and that
Abhi
switch up that
right
you
में
need to
bro.
bring your entire team together. And the fact that this is how the teams are playing, it just keeps adding up. But this is gonna be a tough one because this bounce, if you land it perfectly, it's a hole in one.
Side में है bro.
Otherwise, this is just gonna keep on adding strokes over and over again. I've seen a lot of players just absolutely mess up on this hole, even though it's completely simple as well on that end.
मेरा भी हो गया bro.
Two turn में. Let's go.
Oh, it's gonna be down.
Vani,
And
Vani,
yet
यहाँ से
again,
three मारो, three.
मेरा भी हो गया bro.
it's gonna be the same. Casper
Oh,
recommends
no.
going for a triple for 3 bars. Vanessa has got full power.
यहाँ से three मारो, three.
Oh, she adjusts to
हाँ,
3.
straight. मतलब उस
Oh, the lining wasn't correct again, like you were saying, Gracil. You have to go for the correct angle. You can't, entirely go around the outside. You have to go for the bump. Now, she goes for more power, different angle. Okay, same power. Vanessa has only gotten 2 strokes, so it won't be that bad. But she just has to land this. It's going to be a total of 4 strokes, which I believe is fine. It's going to be an eagle.
Nothing can stop me all the way up.
Oh, it's going to be a bogey.
There you go.
My bad.
Ooh, did it in three, I guess.
It's gonna be a
नहीं, I
perfect
didn't think
scenario.
the flag is over there.
But then again, you saw what the
Man, इसमें
overarching
बहुत
point was.
confusion है.
Exactly.
The margin of
बहुत
points
confusion है इस
for
बारे
all of
में.
these streamers just amazes me still.
Not really, but
But then again, now is hole number 17. 2 holes off to our ending map number 2.
है.
And honestly speaking, this hole still gives me nightmares. This day.
Got it.
Because you can't really go in for a hole in one. And if you try for the hole in one strategy, mind you, the strategy is actually horrendously stupid what you need to do.
Funnel जो है ना,
It has a
funnel-
tendency of just absolutely bringing you a lot of pain.
Thanks यार
हाँ,
Vanessa.
हाँ,
Thanks
हाँ.
यार.
But hey, Mac,
Yeah,
it's
considering how the
gonna be able
hole
to do it
is.
beautifully. Why not?
That's going to be a power film. Again, Team Bravo. Map 2 is certainly going their way. Well, here comes, Vanessa and Casper from Team Charlie, and they'll get it very quickly as well. You can see Casper. I mean, it's been like she's been celebrating all throughout. Golf with Friends has been going on. There hasn't been a second I haven't seen her celebrating. So I guess it's really looking good for Team Charlie all over.
I thought I was struggling, you know. I see.
8 points for Hathora though. Yeah, these strokes are added up, man.
Oh,
भाई 10
Oh,
मिनट में
this,
कर
this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt them a lot when it comes down to the overarching point margin. But I
mhm.
do believe that
Okay, Casper. थोड़ा इनको confident
we'll
होने
get a
दो.
little bit better. You can already see that Casper is celebrating because Casper knows that her team is getting closer and closer to that victory margin. I think that Team Alpha,
ये तो base पे जा रहा है भाई.
I think they're probably out of the running for this one.
Yeah.
Adding up a lot of strokes here.
Very close call. Exactly.
Oh, bhai,
Let's
itna-
have a
itna
look.
lead
Hathora
mein
has
hai.
gone down to the 3rd position now.
Ah.
That's a big fall right there. He's tied with other streamers as well. But you've got to have a better performance. If we are nearing the end, it's going to be hole 18. Seems to be a direct enough goal for the moment. But traveling down. Let's see. Going through the candy canes right now.
बता दे कुछ भी.
फुल मारी मैंने तो.
And seeing how it's going. Oh, it looks to be a simple enough
Oh
goal.
my god, look at his
However,
face. Look at Mackle's face. Mackle's like, wait a minute.
oh,
Who is this challenger? Jojo references anyone?
आने दे उनको आने दे. दोनों को टक्कर
And
मारेंगे.
Mackle's like,
और
oh,
ये
you go
base पे.
first. I'm just chilling here, boys. I'm just chilling.
मैं तुम्हें
मैं जा रहा हूँ ठीक है मैं जा.
you go
Oh
full
shit.
power.
Oh, thank you.
I
boy.
swear to God,
Can
this,
you?
Oh my God,
this
bro,
is one of the
कितना मारी है.
holes that you're gonna get stuck on for a while. Trust me.
Good.
Trust
considering-
me when I say this.
Considering the streamers only have like 50 seconds, they have to. They have to speed up. Hathora was back on the base. I'm not really sure how. Did he respawn there? If that was the case, that was very unfortunate. From the looks of it, he did respawn as Casper tries to go through it. But collisions on, she gets, weird off course. And then again, every streamer has to battle through those. We see one brave soldier going through balls right now. I'm not really sure who that was as we're spectating Hathora.
Oh.
And he's
Oh,
stuck at the perfect position. No, he wasn't. Can he stay on? Ah, he can't.
Oh, that was so crucial to stay there, but yep, never mind. Casper's gone.
टक्कर पड़ रही है यार बार-बार.
I almost had it.
The rage! The rage!
मत रुकना.
Ah.
That's all we gotta
इतनी जगह
see.
पड़ी है, यहाँ क्यों रुकना है
यार
इसको?
नहीं हो रहा क्या मेरे साथ?
Oh my god.
Wait,
no,
what?
not with the full power!
Why would he? Why? He doesn't have time as well. Oh no. Why?
think
I
Mo's gonna
get.
be able to finish this.
Yeah, in the heat of the moment, I get it. But full power, really? But that's that.
Wait.
18 holes. Mackle is the winner.
Mackle
With a
actually
margin of
finished it?
सीधा वार bro.
10 strokes. I'm not really sure how Vanessa finishes second. So again, Team Bravo and Charlie fighting. So again, very close stuff right now. We'll see the entire table a bit later on, but map 2 was far, far closer. Vanessa, she has been dethroned. She's on the second position right now. Overall, how it stands, we'll see everything later. But map 2 was certainly a lot more interesting. For the viewers, there were a lot more fails. Hole in ones were not as common. They were far rarer, which, well, they're hole in ones. They have to be rarer. And all over, the map was, in my eyes, far prettier than the first one.
It's true, especially when you consider how all of the streamers have compiled themselves in such a good position as well here.
Right.
I was amazed, honestly speaking, with a lot of the different hole-in-ones that they've been gone in for. Let's relive all those moments as we go on down over towards the match highlights, get a
Yeah.
visual representation of it all, because it's insane what these streamers are able to come up with. Like, of course, they are streamers, and they're here to entertain us as an audience. But the level of proficiency on a lot of these courses really does surprise me. They've done their homework. They have pretty much calculated through a lot of the different positions. But then again, there's like a bunch of fails as well. Consistency is not the name of the game sometimes whenever you're playing with your friends. It's all about the memes and it's all about the rage. Just
That's
like this.
exactly, yeah, that's exactly what Mackler was going for. There were so many times where he was just plain outright griefing. And the thing was, he still finished with the lowest amount of strokes. I'm not really sure how he did it, but he had an insane performance. Entertaining, yet at the same time, he claimed victory on map number 2. That is going to help his team a lot, especially considering how Hathora had a bit of a fall towards the latter stage of this entire match and of this entire map. Sorry, I'd say that Mackle salvaged it pretty darn well.
Please don't stop. I'm gonna cry if
मैं
it
कल
stopped over
thank you भाई जो भी
Now,
था
one after the other, we look
तो मैं
through
9 पे वापस हूँ
Mm-hmm.
all the different score lines, all the
My
different
first
fails and amazing plays. Casper, she's been pretty good when it comes down to her just getting every single one of these holes under the 6 point or 7 point margin. Couple of holes here and there, just getting a little bit too dicey. But hey, at the very end of the day, Vanessa and Casper, them playing it close, them playing it with each other in the perfect synergy is what got them closer to this margin. But I really need to see exactly what the overall point is going to look like for all of these streamers, because currently, when you consider how the points have shifted and how close this entire set of maps were, I think that the next three maps could just be the most interesting for the match.
I'm more excited about the maps in general and what the maps are going to entail. We have, I mean, you mentioned the haunted map, the streamers as well. I heard a bit of whispers here and there of, them just teasing each other. Just wait for the haunted map, then we'll see who's the best. So it brings a lot of excitement to me as someone who really hasn't played a lot of golf, and to all the viewers as well who aren't really sure what to expect on the haunted map. Well, you are on the same bus as me, and that bus will straight go to Ghost Town. As right now, we are seeing
I'm gonna make
all, I
a
mean,
dad joke, but
we
I really shouldn't.
what?
Uh,
Go on.
uh, you know the joke about how do I say it? Okay, I'm not gonna do it. People are gonna cringe me out of their entire lives.
All right then.
Let's just
All right.
say I'm gonna ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the cemetery the most popular place?
Most popular place for whom?
No, exactly. Why is a graveyard the most popular place? People are just dying to get in there. Yeah, okay, let's just not talk about that. Moving on down forward, ladies and gentlemen. That was the joke for the day. I told you this was not gonna end well. This reminded me of a dad
Well,
joke
it didn't for the
initially.
people who were in the cemetery. It didn't end well for them, but I mean, I'm just saying.
The fact that you fed into it makes it a lot worse. But moving on down the line, I'm pretty sure you all
Mhm.
want to kill us and send us down towards the graveyard, and so that we're going to be heading on down over to the haunted map really soon. But initially, I really need to see the overarching storyline, overarching points
Mhm.
for all of these
True.
streamers. Moving on down the line from that, the third map set will be Twilight. And personally, I have not played Twilight, if I remember correctly. I'm really sorry, but it's been a long time since I last played golf with friends. It's been what, almost a
Yeah,
year or 2 years. So
that's
it's
a lot.
gonna be a pretty interesting state of affairs to see how the Twilight map's gonna be playing around. I really do believe that the Twilight map did not come out with the first original release when I first played this game. So I'm excited to see how many different types of maps they're gonna be adding into the bunch.
That is the thing. Like, I especially hope for these streamers, the 6 streamers today we have, and the other streamers in general who are part of the streamer quest, part of any of the 3 teams, they take up golf with friends. Because as streamers, you're quite popular. And some days, yes, you want to play competitive, you want to play those kinds of games, but some days you just want to have fun. And golf with friends is the perfect opportunity to do that. However, with it lies a lot of competition, and competition can only be measured by looking at the standings. So let's have a look at the scoreboard of map number 2, and let's see how the performances were. We see who the winner was, and overall, seeing that, how the total standings have been, Vanessa is still leading, and Mackle is at the 3rd position, even though he
This is
was
the
the
same
winner.
between both of the teammates. What? They
Yeah,
both have
it's
125.
I mean, that's great overall. So, yeah, if we can calculate this, then that's going to be, Hathora Mark, that's 250. And for Casper and Vanessa, that's going to be 200. And okay, yeah, currently it's Team Bravo leading the charge. Very interesting.
It seems to show that the teams, they are on point when it comes down to being at each other's tails.
Hmm.
The fact that it's only a 200 what, a couple of points of difference, maybe 10 to 15 points of difference between
20
team
strokes. Yeah.
Team Charlie and Team Bravo. Things
Hmm.
are gonna get a lot more closer
Absolutely.
when it comes down to the following maps. We're gonna be setting that one up soon, ladies and gentlemen. But I really want to know, who are you excited for at this point? Because it seems as though the biggest competition right now that the streamers have warmed up properly, is
Yeah.
between Bravo and Charlie. But do you think that Alpha has a chance to maybe just edge out a victory? Because there's still 3 maps remaining,
Hmm.
but I think they're
That is
relying a
true.
lot more on their opposition to mess up than them playing perfectly. Because with the 300 points, like 300 something points that they've already gotten, 300 and something strokes that they have gotten, sorry, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, trying to get lesser strokes than that, it's gonna be
Extremely
almost
difficult.
difficult.
I'm not gonna lie, for the side of Team Alpha, it's just one of those days. I don't think they'll be able to salvage this. I mean, victory. If I'm seeing rationally, victories out of sight. They can try for the second position. They can try for those 3 points. But for Sunita and Cabo, I think right now they can just enjoy themselves, and so is their audience. First of all, but I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it is gonna be very difficult. Their performances have been a lot. The amount of strokes, like you said, 300. That's a lot more than Alpha and sorry, that's a lot more than Bravo and Charlie. I mean, Mackle Hathora have 250. That's like a 50 stroke difference, probably more than that as well. That is a lot. So, keeping that in mind, it is highly unlikely for Team Alpha to be able to leave a major footnote in terms of the first and second position, but they can still enjoy and they can still entertain us just like they have been. I mean, we saw both of Sinita and Cabo a lot during the highlights, and we hope to keep on seeing them for the remaining 3 maps as well.
Yeah, this is where I believe that the streamers are gonna start being a little bit more competitive, because of the way that all of the players have been playing it out, all of the streamers have been getting into the proper groove of things. Um, I'm really, I'm wondering exactly how the spoiler maps they are. Personally, I normally base my analysis, or I base my ideology depending on how I know the map, how I know exactly what's going to be coming towards the map, and then I'm going to give that
Yeah,
small little bit of emphasis, being like, oh, it's going to be Team Bravo because of their past performances. But that's not really the case here. We don't know what's
surely
going to be
isn't.
on this map. The only constant that we can say will be a really difficult one to overtake is Team A, trying to overcome the massive stroke differences that they have with Team
Mm-hmm.
Bravo and Charlie. But let's jump on straight over onto the game. Let's see exactly what hole number one is
Not
gonna
the
be
best
for us,
idea.
and
Not
how
the
it's gonna
best
all
idea.
play out. And honestly speaking, Twilight just looks like
Yeah.
Everything यही है bro.
Forest, but
But thoda
Dark
not the
Edition.
best idea.
Forest
Why would
Dark.
you do that? But okay.
Forest
Why?
Dark Edition. But, well,
Why?
Mackle already hole
Easy
in
game.
one. Alright, this one cannot be
Vanessa.
stopped. There's no way he can be stopped. Having a look at Casper, Vanessa, both of the teammates, they're there together, attempting the shots. Both of them miss.
Vanessa 2 पे था
And
Alpha
keeping that in mind,
and
all
Casper
right,
is
you
2.
have to you have to think it through, because when your
I think
opposition
Casper
already
अच्छा
starts
वही
off hole
और
number
ये
one
क्या
with a hole in one,
X5
Now I
it
understand.
gets to your brain a bit. I'm not really sure how much Vanessa and Casper will be thinking about it, but with the scoreboard access being with you constantly, you can
Begin
think
lag हो गई.
a lot, keeping in
Maybe
mind
I
that
missed
Mackle's leading the charge or that Team
bad
Bravo
bad
are in the
network.
lead.
see. They're waiting
Being
it
a
down
hardcore
through the
game,
last couple
let
of
me play
players.
that
Like
game,
one
guys.
more stroke,
You
one
guys
more
should
push, and
understand it,
should
right?
be done. Someone's just gonna be going for the edge.
I don't know.
Just waiting it down through to see exactly how it's gonna play out.
I got him
90
three
seconds
free.
left on the clock, and I do believe did someone disconnect
I
or
don't know.
I cannot see only, man.
I guess we'll just wait for the clock to tick down.
Yeah, even I can't see.
But
You can ask the players, right?
other than that, so far, all right, that's
I think
that's the leaderboard
yeah.
done and dusted.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
keeping that in mind, hopefully everyone's here. Yes, everyone is. So we're gonna start off with the next hole. We've got a minute and 40 seconds on the clock, and I believe hole number 2 should be in front of us very quickly.
Two. About two.
Yeah, second hole has started already. We can see Mackle using the free cam. Very good. And now he attempts. He's not gonna go over the bridge, but rather, how? I'm sorry. What?
Oh shit, I messed up.
No, 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 no. Huh?
Bouncing off of other.
um
Oh shit, I messed up. I'm bouncing off of other people.
Did he really just do that?
By the way, Sunita, you know, oh, Sunita's not here.
How?
trust me, Mackle is just a god at whatever game he plays.
Just built different, I guess. That's
Yeah,
it.
just built different.
हथौड़ा क्या
I
हुआ?
mean,
Oh,
bravo,
how?
they're already
लपका
kicking
पहुंचा
off
था
to a
तुझे मालूम
perfect
है मैं आगस
start.
पे जाने का ट्राई कर
Not
रहा
gonna
हूँ
lie. The
पे
way
जाने
that
का
they're
ट्राई कर रहा
playing,
हूँ
like it's insane. 2 strokes?
लगा फिर उसके बाद मैंने
Like, come on.
No way. Yeah,
Hey,
Mackle is
Mackles gets
attempting.
another throw. Another hole in one. It's a hat trick already.
Oh, it's a bit difficult. It's a lot luck based. I don't think he'll be able to. But I'm not gonna lie, Mackle's like, you know how in bowling there's the perfect 300 game. He's going for something like that. He's going for like hole in ones, hole in ones. Now we see close competition. Casper finish it with a par, and you have
Yeah,
this
yeah.
as well. He's still at spawn. No way does he do it. No way. Ah, okay.
Fine.
The streak ends, but he can still finish in a par or maybe even a double par if his luck is not that good. But I think he'll. Okay, it may just be a double par.
अरे दो में
Oh.
हो जाता नहीं
Ooh,
हो
that
रहा
was
यार,
close.
I was going bogey.
Very good, very good.
I have to admit something. I do not understand golf terms. I know par. I obviously know hole in one, but I don't know what differentiates a birdie from an eagle from a bogey from a double bogey.
अरे no, there's a seconds, ये extra seconds.
This is when Google is your best friend.
I'm not a golf kind of person. Yeah, it's not a sport. It's fun, yes, but it's too slow of a sport. I'm not gonna lie.
It's basically a score of 1 stroke over par at a hole. Double par is when
Mhm.
it's 2 strokes.
एक बार में
Right?
And what? An eagle.
ये
Mhm.
इनको बताऊं क्या?
आप बता दो यार, मैंने बताया था, you remember, मैंने last साल में बताया था, please.
Score under two.
मैंने
A
बिल्कुल
score 2 under par on each hole.
Straight.
Oh, so
That's
it's
how.
basically overarching. So eagle is when you get a 2 underscore on each hole. So it just adds up all of the scores from your previous ones, and then it's an eagle. For example, if you got a
बस मैं लग के वापस आ रहा
2 under par previously, then you get an eagle.
हूँ मैं
Right.
इधर खड़ा हूँ मैं इधर खड़ा हूँ
I got all of what he's. I followed everything. Like I understood all of that. Obviously,
Yeah,
I did.
exactly. You're gonna use this for the PhD on golf. You're gonna take after
Oh
this.
god. Yeah, my thesis is on why Golf with Friends is the most advanced game we have seen in the 21st century.
Get this one. We can actually.
What
get
is
this
that?
one.
Oh, Casper again. It's such a shallow, like yeah, it's a very sharp goal right. Sorry, a very sharp hole right here. Very difficult. And again, Casper fails. That's gonna be 5 strokes so far. A possible 6th, maybe even more. She's got to be very careful with this.
Just focus. You'll do it.
Oh no! No, no, no.
Mute FN हो रही हूँ मैं
5 seconds.
Mute
That's the
FN हो
last
गई
one
मैं.
she has. 2 seconds. That's the last stroke. Is she gonna run out of time? She does. Oh.
अरे यार छी
Gonna
अरे
wait it
क्या
down through.
मुश्किल है रे बाबा
Sunita. Yeah, this is one of those holes that can just
What a
absolutely
watching,
demolish your
wait,
morale. And
Mhm.
yeah, you gotta remember, this is
ये
what,
मेरे को लगा क्या है?
the fifth hole, I
तुमने
do
कहाँ चले
believe.
गए
Yeah,
तुम?
the fifth hole, right?
मैं नीचे
And already you
नीचे
can
नहीं जाना
see
ना?
how
नीचे नहीं जाना क्या?
difficult
फिर नीचे
this
जा
is
रहा
starting
हूँ
to become.
नहीं जाना गलती से ही मत जाना
Exactly.
तो इसमें फुल पावर दे दूं मैं?
Full
So
power,
keep.
it's a half charge.
अरे यार,
Oh.
fuck me.
Oh,
वो इधर
no.
आ गया.
ये full power नहीं देना है, I think.
Aye, not full
Nope.
power.
Oh no, bro. समझ गया.
I think going for hole in one isn't the best scenario for Mackle. Still gonna attempt something.
एक बारी में हो
That's how
गया
you
भाई.
get
Oh, that was good. That
a
was good.
little bit less power, and they're gonna be able to get it. At least it's a
Mhm.
power.
धक्का नहीं देना. Nice.
एक बार ही हो
Exactly.
गया bro ये तो
नहीं नहीं नहीं
Now looking at Vanessa.
नीचे नहीं जाना नीचे नहीं जाना.
That's
Don't.
Oh my god. Oh, saved by the rim right there. 4 strokes. No. Oh, a lot more than 4 strokes now. That could have been 8 for her.
हाँ वानी.
But no, it won't be the
कितना
case.
पार दे रहे हो मेरे को बताओ ठीक है?
So
नहीं नहीं नहीं
कितना दिया?
थोड़ा
that's gonna be 5th. Oh, that's just
She's on the other
unfortunate.
side. She's on the other side.
1.5 I tried.
Yeah, considering that both Vanessa and Casper are struggling with this, it's not looking good for the side of Team Charlie. They need to improve majorly. And Team Bravo, they are looking good, but we can only say for certain once we have a look at the scoreboard, how it stands after the first 6 or 5 holes.
shit यार.
It's gonna wait and see how all of this is gonna
rotate हो
play.
रही है ना वो.
Mm-hmm.
For now, it's. I guess it's. No, it's
हुआ
not
नहीं क्या
fine.
तुम्हारा अभी तक मेरे साथ
I'm lying if I tell you that this is fine. You know the meme?
Oh shit, no, this was a
The
bad
dog
idea.
is sitting in a burning building. This is
what the
fine.
fuck
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
think
this
it's a
is the
bus.
current situation. Yeah, this is the current situation for the side of Team Charlie. They had such a strong lead, but I think that lead they had is slipping away slowly, surely.
Yeah, I mean, seeing Vanny's performance after in the first map, I was convinced that my God, she's great at golf.
My
But
God,
then,
did he just nearly get
But
another
football
hole in
भी
one?
खेलना.
God damn it, Mako!
एक ही बारी में bro.
okay, gets a birdie. All right. Yeah, no way how he's doing this. I have no idea whatsoever. In the meanwhile, that's gonna be a 3. So par 3. So that's gonna be a par for Vanessa. Let's see if I'm right.
3 में हुआ.
Bingo. I mean, I'm great at golf.
मेरा 5 में हो.
That's thesis ready.
ट्रिक बता दो
He's already doing the thesis research just by casting this game.
Would there be anyone in the world? I mean, it's a very out in the wild question. I don't expect an actual answer, but like, do you think there's someone in the world who played golf with friends on their PC and then they actually transition to traditional golf? Or like, not professionally, but like they tried it out. Surely there's got to be someone.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. One of my friends actually in this, and now he loves golf.
Be good.
He
Yeah, no,
sometimes
I know
invites me over
exactly.
to play actual
Ah.
golf with him instead of playing
मैं
golf with
दोपहर मार के
friends.
जा रही हूँ.
That's the sad part because I can't go there.
I know one person who golfs. And I live very close to a golf park. I know a lot about the golf park, but the thing is, I've never been there. So I always imagine just like sunny and like the caddies moving around and the golf carts. Those are very fun. Well, I presume they are. So that's my that's my visualization of golf. I don't necessarily think of the sport. I think of everything around it.
Do this in once.
What is happening? Wait,
Golf scenery in general is possibly one of the main reasons why people enjoy the sport as well. The
That is true.
relaxing nature of how
Mhm.
golf works is what really drives you.
Close.
But
True.
You're close.
another thing that is driving the
I'm
streamers,
not gonna fall for that.
it's Beckel on 16 points. Bro, what?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna say another thing
Shiga
driving the
wait,
streamers is the 5 lakh prize pool, which, to be fair, is driving them to give the best of their performance, not just here in golf with friends, but all over for all of the next upcoming titles as well this month. As we are seeing streamers get through this hole again, struggling a little bit. Can Vani escape? No, she has to respawn. Full force. I think she'll miss. Oh no.
में हो जाएगा वैसे
अबे इसका है कुछ
Oh, that's unfortunate. Again. Oh, Mackle's already gone for one shot. He missed previously. In this case, can he do it? He has a good lineup. He just needs to get the power right. The angle doesn't matter too much.
नहीं जा रहा है.
हाँ.
Oh, oh.
Thank you so much,
Do it.
Casper.
एक सेकंड नहीं मैंने
30.
4 and then 3.
Yeah.
हाँ अभी बट मैं ताजा है मैं वहाँ थी I did 3 from there.
ठीक है,
You got
okay,
it.
okay, we got it, we got it, we got it.
So makes her way
हाँ,
forward as well.
में
And
जंगल
Sunita not having the
जंगल
best
में
of times, I would
आग
say, in these type of scenarios.
में
She's pretty much stuck in the background. She's trying to maybe get a little bit more of a forward route. She's
Oh.
gonna be able to survive and finally get the
Thank
full
God.
match.
God, I love you, God. मेरा नाम लो. Hi.
Alright, having a look at the scoreboard, Makul Hathoda still leading. Vanessa is trying her best, and the thing is, yeah, she really has to be the driving force because Casper, at the moment, she's towards the lower end of the table. So, unless Casper gets a major improvement, Vanessa will be leading the bulk of Team Charlie. But I'm not gonna lie, Gracie, with how it's looking, Makul Hathoda, they are having a stellar performance. Map 2 was great, Map 3 is looking far better as well, with both of them being at the top of the table. Team Bravo are really looking to take the entire dub in terms of golf with friends.
Oh no bro.
मैं कल गलत ही ट्राई कर रहा था
अरे ब्रो मेरे को लगा राइट से क्योंकि राइट पे ही है ना
मैं
ये.
बता रहा हूँ
Just
लेफ्ट वाले में
holding it
लेफ्ट वाले
down
उसमें खांचे
strong,
मारता हूँ,
and
राइट वाले में फिर सीधा
if
निकल
they're
जाता
able to keep this
कितना
level of
कितना power
Is that a
performance
circle?
going
Is that a
for their
circle?
entire team, if
है।
Makul is able to,
2.5, 2, 2.
never mind.
निकल जाएगा
If Makul is able to get a little bit more of a consistent performance here with his buddy Hatora, but
Oh
I
no.
do believe they're gonna be an easy-going team, moving it down
yeah.
forward. But I think as soon as we started talking about Makul, his entire streak just comes to.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I think we gotta stop talking about him. Maybe we switch over from him. Makul just. I think the. Oh yeah.
He gets it, he gets it, he gets it. See,
As soon
again,
as we
it's...
stop talking about it.
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया.
Alright, it's gonna be 7 strokes, not too bad. Hopefully he can keep his lead. Yes, he does. 26. That's great right now.
7 fucking strokes.
So I'd say that was beneficial, but then again, there's a big difference. Makul has 26. His nearest rival is his own teammate who has like what 11 more strokes than him. That's a big lead. And with only 9 holes remaining in this map, I'd say that Makul can be a strong contender for the winner, or at the very least, he's confirmed second position.
Wait, what?
I actually reached.
Wait, how? What?
Where did you reach?
पानी से.
Oh.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
She reached with the water. She
because
gets
we can
dragged
jump in the water,
away
you know?
because of the water. Oh, she's back.
पानी
Got a
से.
bit more
क्या
power.
बात कर रहे हो? Really?
हाँ, because we can jump in the water, you know?
Okay. Okay, I'm.
It was a very much a confused Unga Bunga moment for me, but hey, if it works, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
अब
Oof.
मेरा हो गया पता नहीं कितने में हुआ है.
नहीं, पानी में कहाँ जा
मेरा भी
रहा
5 में
है?
हुआ.
That's my love
Alright.
life floating away from me.
Wait, मैं निकल के आ रही हूँ यहाँ से. Wait.
It's a little too close for me to laugh. It's too close.
Right जाना है या left जाना है?
That's my rank floating away from. That's-
There was ranked golf with friends. Oh hell!
Oh no. As if it wasn't bad enough. No. God. Well, if there was, we here at the Esports Club would surely love to host a tournament of it. You know, competitive golf with friends players. I'd be down. I'd actually learn golf terminology, you know. But the only terminology I need to learn right now is who's leading and how to calculate the amount of strokes someone has. As Sunita right now completes this in 7 strokes. So yet again, Sunita, I mean, a better performance previously. Earlier we saw her at the bottom of the table. Now she is a strong contender for middle, with her
What's
having a
this?
4th performance. Oh
Hello?
no, what is this?
Choose a hole, any hole.
You
Oh,
take the blue hole and you go to
Oh
the
my
Wait,
God!
what? I'm
Oh
sorry.
okay, bro. Even Makul is confused. Makul's like, wait, what?
It cost me a lot.
कुछ भी हो रहा है bro. कुछ भी हो रहा है इस game में भाई. This is random.
Makul's like, yep, I'm the best.
Okay, please.
No one's gonna take this away from me.
इस game में
It's
भाई.
just I'm not. It's almost like I get it's a virtual game. I'm very certain like physics works differently for Makul. Like he shoots the ball, gravity just like variates. It's something else for him. I'm not really sure how he's getting this. But 33, he has a 13 stroke lead over his closest rival. That's going to be Hathoda in second place.
The
13
seat
strokes
mate might.
already. Exactly. This is the map of Team Bravo. No one can convince
That
me
was
otherwise.
so close. He nearly got another hole in one as well.
Oh no, yaar, miss it.
Mackle is
Little.
disappointed when he doesn't get in 2 strokes. There are streamers right now who get in seven,
मेरा दो
and
पड़े,
then they are
मेरा
happy.
4 लगे इसमें छोटे से में.
Ackles on a literal different tier when it comes down to this map.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
कोई बात नहीं.
Took me 5 strokes.
He's playing his
And
own little games out here, but another person did get this on a hole in one, so he needs to be careful.
well, we have a teammate right now, Hatoro, and even he's going for it. Oh, it's the next hole. All right. So that should be 3 max to max 4 strokes for him. Not bad, that bad. Again, consistent performances is all Team Bravo is looking for. So that's going to be that. Sunita as well on the forefront. Going to complete it fairly quickly. This is nice. We need to see a bit more competition from the side of Team Alpha. And Sunita is absolutely doing that. Now, having a look at the team we haven't talked about so far in this hole, it's going to be Team Charlie, it's going to be Vanny and Casper. They're still looking for their shots and they're still just looking for a solid performance overall.
अकेले तो वैनेसा भी आई थी उस दिन.
The power, Mackle's overthinking this. Mackle's like, I'm gonna mess this up. I am going to mess this up.
ये हट क्यों नहीं रहा?
If I go a little bit too hard on this
What the
one.
fuck भाई ये अंदर घुसा
And
इसकी.
he's going for the content. He's
Oh my
going.
god, bro.
It's gonna be a
मैं
bogey
सोच
for
रहा था
him.
कि अभी ये
So
पोल ऊपर जाएगा, वो
consistency
जाएगा
is key, and the fact that they're being this consistent throughout all of these runs just goes to show exactly how all of these streamers are now in session. 40 and 53, still on the 13-stroke margin. Team Bravo, they're looking so good when it comes down to their overall storyline. But this map, I think I remember this. I think I saw this on a streamer's, not one of our streamers, but on another American streamer, if I remember them playing this map. And oh
Mhm.
boy, there was a lot of people raging on this one.
Huh. Oh. And so far, all right, good stuff from Vanessa and Casper. Actually, it's going to be a bogey. So really good. But then again, you have Mackle right there behind him. Hatora's also present. That's going to be another. Oh,
What?
that's
6 में हुआ.
1 stroke miss. But then again, Mackle does like he's never balanced. He does the most outrageous stuff. From the start, he goes right to the end, somehow going through hoops and all. But then he misses stuff like this. Like really makes you think what's going on. But regardless, he's still leading the charge. I don't think he cares. We're into the final leg of map number 3. Hole 15 is in front of us as Athana misses that.
देख रहा हूँ मैं तो क्या कर रहा है.
And Mackle with the free cam, really good. He's just looking at the hole. And yeah, it's a simple enough hole.
I think he can bank shot himself forward into that hole if he times it properly. Oh,
What?
यार इसमें इस
he needs to bank shot from up top. Like you see the angle advantage that he could get. Okay, so from where he starts, he bank shots against the slanted roof, and then he should be able to get like a direct bounce up into the back hole and just skip through half of the course.
Where has he gone?
He's gone to the underground.
Why? Sunita's here. You have Cabo here as well. What? Oh, okay, there's a left hole. Okay. There's a way to reach here. Alright.
It adds a ton more strokes though.
Exactly. So yeah, it's just risky or safe, but the safe option takes a lot more. So this can be one of the holes where time pressure can be a big factor. You know, we have somewhere around 25 seconds remaining, and the streamers are not that close. Like a couple of them have completed. Like Vanny has completed, but Casper still seems to be struggling. She has 10 strokes already. Mackle has got 7. Oh no.
Oh, we did it.
Oop. Oh, nearly. It's fine. 9 strokes. I guess gotta keep it a little bit more competitive. Gotta give those other streamers a couple of chances as well, you know?
True, true. At the same time, everyone except for Vanny had a terrible performance. 14. No, that was bad. But Vanessa has now overtaken her to take second position. She's the only contender right now. Casper isn't having the best of days here in map number 3. And going towards hole 16 makes you think that Team Bravo, can they hold on to the lead? I mean, I would say yes, because of the stellar performance Mackle has. But then again, Vanessa can work a charm in these final 3 holes.
I remember something that this is an overarching storyline where all of them together,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be the thing that gives them a win. So even
Yeah.
if you individually have a stellar performance, if your teammate is not on the same boat, it will not look that good.
This is where I can cover this.
Ooh, they're inching closer for it. They
Are
didn't
you-
want
are
to go in
you-
for
are you-
strokes,
are
and
you-
both of the
Very nice, bro.
both of the members of Team Bravo, they're just chilling together. They're vibing down on a corner, and they're like, "Yep, it's completely fine. Nothing to worry about." Double bogey for the side of Fatora, and of course, Mackle's just gonna be waiting it down through, getting into the hole himself, and be in a pretty good position.
Yeah, that's that. 6 strokes in total. Not that bad considering other streamers are struggling as well. And Fanny, she's got 4 strokes already, so she can finish a bit better. Oh, that's far, far better for her. This can be the final stroke if she angles it correctly. Half power on this. A lot riding on this as well. That's a little... Oh, that's just unfortunate. May just be 7 strokes in total. And it will be a total of 7 strokes. So equal numbers for the top 2 members of the table right now.
ऐसा नहीं हो रहा क्या?
They're still gonna be able to get good spots, good performances, regardless throughout all of their different roundups. And as we are nearing to the end of map number 3, things are looking quite good for Team B.
Yeah. I mean,
What is
Mackle currently
this?
is leading by 20 strokes.
What
I
is
don't-
this? What?
Yeah, we just have to wait for someone to go for it. Mackle attempts it. Can he jump over it? He goes near. Okay, so yeah, the water drags you. That's fine. But now it's the rest of the course that's quite a
Oh,
walk.
oh my god!
2 fucking shots.
Directly, bro. What the fuck? Easy. 2 fucking shots.
Oh.
No. No, 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 no.
Oh.
The fact that Mackle calculated all of that.
सही है, सही कोई नहीं.
No.
I-
Just no. Just no. Just
I don't think you calculated. I don't know. That was just.
Try करो यार, हो जाएगा.
Whoa.
Just try.
That was something.
Kobe.
Alright. Vanny's right here. She was waiting. She was hoping the ball would direct itself into the hole, but that won't be the case. She'll have to go for an extra stroke. That's going to be 5 double bogey. Still, I think for Vanessa, I believe third position is confirmed. Mackle absolutely dominating. Leading by 20 strokes, I think even more now. Moving into the next hole. As this is going to be a pretty interesting one. We've got trains right here. The most unlikely
Mining
place.
carts.
I mean, same thing, yeah.
Mining carts and trains are the same.
I mean, yeah, practically the same. It's a cargo train is what it is, yes.
Fine, I'll let you win this one just for because why not?
Oh, no. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think that was intended. But still, leads to him having to use another stroke. The only other track I know which has like mining, like the mining carts going through it, is like in Mario Kart Wii. There's the Vario's Gold Mine. That track. It's a very good track. That's that's the only other track I remember. But that's just me going on a tangent about Mario Kart and how much I love that game. But yeah.
We love with Mario Kart. Super love it. But this time around, Mackle's not happy.
तेरा हो गया ना.
He has been trying to get to the perfect position to get
Oh, no,
this
yaar.
hole in one.
यार वो उसने train यार.
Not today.
See, even he called it the train.
Not trade.
यार, what the fuck?
Mackle called it. I mean, I don't know. Mackle called it.
Fine.
Oh, मैंने इसको ज्यादा
I'll let you call it a trade for now. I'll give you the satisfaction.
Oh my god, bro.
Alright, well, I don't think Mackle is getting any satisfaction. He has run out of time. 2 seconds. That's his final shot. Now he won't be able to go for it. But I don't think it matters a lot. That's going to be that. Vanessa can't also finish. Yeah, the final hole, getting the worst out of the streamers right here. But hey, at least the map comes to an end. And we'll see who won. I mean, we already know who won this map. It's going to be Mackle. By a huge margin, that is. But other streamers, Yeah, their position is what matters, and plus the overall position after all three of these maps.
Very crucial to see exactly how all of these
हाँ मेरा
streamers
चार
are going to
तीन
be
चार
playing
मिनट
it
में
all down. Here, I do believe a couple of different problems and a little bit of a bug from the side of the game, but don't really worry about it. We'll fix W soon, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the thing here. Now that the game is getting a lot more competitive, we see that Mako has taken a pretty strong marginal lead for his own team. Now with 2 more maps remaining, yeah, things are looking to be a bit dicey. I think that Team Alpha, though, they could be out of the running for this one.
Yeah, Team Alpha just yeah, after map number 2 as well, it wasn't looking the best, but now I think more or less it has been confirmed since we have seen somewhere around like 60% of the entire day completed. Team Alpha are not having the best of days. Maybe another esports title can help them, but for golf, this may count as their final result. I think is confirmed to everyone watching and to themselves as well.
On that streamers, though, they're laughing, they're giggling, and they're in that spot being like, hey, nothing to really worry about. They're just gonna wait and see how it's all. But moving on the line, now it's time for the more favorite map, one of my favorite maps to come down the line. I still remember all of the stuff that happened there with my own friends and how we cut each other back when we played it. I still recall one time during one of the holes, I was just about to go in for that perfect par. My friend came in, bumped me over the edge, and sent me back to the start.
Oh.
And then I was so ticked off because I got that he took more than 14 he took more than what 12 or 11 strokes to get to that hole because of how difficult it was. He came in at the very end and I told him that okay, I'll just wait for you, dude. You can come over here and then we'll go inside of the hole together. He came in, I was AFK. He literally shot my ball over the edge and sent me back to the
No.
start after I got back. And then he's like, yo, bro, why did you just leave me here hanging? And I'm like, I know what you did. I know what you did.
Wait.
Arguments happened over the smallest of things. And oh, wait, what's the real issue here? It seems as though the streamers are not going to be able to move at all.
Some of them are able to move. I believe Casper just moved her mouse. Yeah, not really sure what the issue is, but hearing through the streamers seems to be a lot of talking. I can't necessarily make out what they're saying.
friends and family for this.
Sorry guys, sorry. Very unlucky. Just
But nonetheless, oh, okay, Vanessa can move. The thing is, she's out of time, so seems to be a proper glitch. I'm not really sure what the solution to this is. I mean, she will get the penalty after all. But having a look at the leaderboard, we have a bit of the leaderboard. But yeah, Mackel is going to take the win, as we talked about earlier. I mean, he had an amazing performance in map number 3, and that just goes to show that yeah, map number 3 was his, map 2 was Team Bravo's as well. They are looking extremely well when you consider how the entire day has gone so far.
That's true. The way that all of these teams have been playing, on point, beautifully done. Nothing to really worry about. But at the same time, I really do have to say that Team Bravo, they're going to be leading the charge. They're going to be the ones topping it all as well. And Mackel, he's not going to have that stellar performance and that stellar lead that he had previously, but it's still a pretty significant one. We're going to be looking down on it as we do head on down over towards the overall point system. But before that, we really need to relive all of the beautiful shots that Mackel did hit, and of course the other streamers as we head on down over towards the match highlights to get a visual representation of everything. Now, I really need to say that the first couple of shots still astounds me, and this one that you saw just absolutely blew your mind.
Exactly. What was this? I mean, yeah, we need to see this. Again, takes the shot. Boom, ping, pong. What?
It just is like, yep, I'm out. Goodbye.
it was a reaction worth the shot. I mean, that was just so good. And all of these shots as well, the streamers, I think the best, and in a way, a very agonizing part is if you're someone who is not Mackle or you're not Hathoda, his teammate, you're seeing him hit all of these hole-in-ones, and it's just pain because you know you're up against him and you know he's just scoring all sorts of goals and you can't really do anything about him. But then again, that's the beauty of golf with friends. It's that it's so much enjoyment, but at the same time, there's just so much going on, so many emotions, and that's one of the best things about golf with friends. And the thing is, all over, alongside a variety of other games available at Xbox Game Pass, it just brings to you the complete package. You have multiplayer games, single player games, you have action genres, you have puzzle games, you have anything and anything under the sun over there. So make sure you, the audience member watching, if you want to relive moments like these or create your own with your own friends or play any sort of game that you have always wanted to play, just get Xbox Game Pass for free with select AMD Ryzen laptops which already are equipped with the latest 5000 generation AMD processors. But enough of that. We've talked about Xbox Game Pass a lot because we know it's really good. But what's better and who are better?
Targets.
Deals, exactly. But at the end of the day, the streamers are what make it better. The streamers are what make the game better, and that's exactly what we've been seeing so far with these 6 in front of us screens. So taking a look at that, going through all of these highlights, I have to say map 3 was quite interesting. Yes, the bug at the end did mess it up a bit, but other than that, it was still really good stuff.
Start of it all and the very ending, it just goes to show that, hey, the streamers are here to have fun, they're here to entertain us, and the entertainment factor comes not only from the rages but also incredible plays. We haven't really seen a lot of people intentionally griefing each other. That didn't happen just yet. I think all of the streamers are in a boat where they're like, hey, we're not gonna do it to each other today. Let's have a gentleman and gentleman's agreement that we're just gonna be chilling. We're just gonna try and have fun with each other. And that's exactly what they're doing to us. And they're showcasing to us golf at its finest. And when plays like this happen, it just look at this. What? He just full powers it and he's like, yep.
Like the angles. No way.
No, he didn't even think about it. He didn't even think about it.
Exactly. There's no way he could have interpreted the angles like how they were. That was just.
Oh, he's just like Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata full charge.
And went in. Precise, like the accuracy. Immaculate. Immaculate accuracy right there. Because get it? Because immaculate.
Don't explain the joke. It's okay.
See, every single time we come back to the caster screen, we have to make one joke. But alright, let's have a look at the scope. Let's go away from the caster screen because I think that's what brings the comedian inside all of us. But what brings the competitiveness inside all of the streamers is the scoreboard as well. Having a look at that, seeing how their 3 maps have gone so far, yet again, Mackle and Hathoda are leading the charge. They have a total of 388 points. Or strokes. As for Vanessa and Casper, they have they are near they are well above 400. Jesus.
Well above 400. Oh, that is gonna be an interesting tale. Ooh.
True.
Unless Mako and Hathoda just absolutely run themselves into the ground on map number 4, I don't really see a way Vanny and Casper are going to be able to catch up to them.
Exactly. Like, from the looks of it, we only have 2 maps remaining. Can something change? Absolutely, it can. Is it gonna? Depends on how the next map goes. Because Mackle, he's been having great performances all over. And even in the second map, he was looking really strong. So keeping that in mind, I'd say that for Team Alpha, for Sunita and Cabo, things are looking done and dusted for their side. They are going to be the team who will finish at the bottom of the table for Golf with Friends, going home with 1 point in the streamer quest overall. That's still something. 1 point better than none. But other than that, it is a fight that's going to be fought by Vanessa and Casper. However, is it going to lead to an optimistic or a better result? quite unlikely, highly unlikely. However, they're still going to fight it regardless because I think the one chance they have, it's all going to be proved in map number 4. If they get a good performance, and I mean if they, both of them, Casper also has to step up to the plateau right now. It can't be Vanessa all alone. If they step up to the plateau, only then can they challenge the members of Bravo. So that's exactly what's going to happen. So map number 4, honestly, for me, is going to be the decider map. Either we are going to see, the rankings of the teams before we head into map number 5, or we are going to lead into an interesting battle heading on over into the final map of this entire saga.
This just goes to show how incredible all these streamers are when it comes down to the way that they play their games. You're
True.
gonna like, honestly, I am amazed every single time I see this. Mako is by all far, I've seen him only play FPS titles. I know for a fact that he plays FPS titles day in, day out. And the fact that he has this level of proficiency on a game like golf,
Interesting.
that's just a talent. Now that's a universe slide right there. Interesting. Anything that goes wrong during our entire cast, interesting. I love how this has been a household thing now in the TC. Whenever something goes wrong, in Valorant, FNS from NA,
Yes.
they had a saying called "all good." If something bad happens, all good. Here in the TC, we have another saying, interesting. Just stay there. Don't say anything else. And maybe we're just gonna use this in the cast as well this time around because now it's gonna be Haunted, the map I've been really waiting for, and all of these forces not only are gonna test the creativity of all of these players, but also their consistency because this map can cause you to rage quite often if you're not careful.
I think there's gonna be. I think there's gonna be some rage. Considering what happened in map 3, especially during the mining carts hole, I would say that right now there's gonna be something or the other happening in Haunted. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really not sure what to expect on this map. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. I'm gonna see it through the eyes and through the screens of the streamers, and so will all of you watching as well. So yeah, just a couple more minutes before we can jump in, and I'd like to hear what the streamers are thinking of right now. Like, obviously they're interacting with their chat while they're playing. You're gonna be under a lot of stress, but yet again, you have to make entertainment out of it. So we're going to bring forward to you the entertainment. Let's jump into map number 4, Haunted. Will be in front of our screens right now.
Ah, yes, this is the map that has given me. Honestly speaking, you gotta incredible displays. You're gonna see why I love this entire map, just because of the sceneries and just because of how it was built. Look at what's in the background. You can see the other course, and there are two knights who are just about to chop the balls off.
Right. Alright. Well. Oh, the free cam doesn't go through it. Oh, that's interesting. I would presume the free cam would go through the opening right there, but that's still gonna be easy work for Maklas. He's looking to get this done in the par, or he won't. It's gonna be an extra one, but other than that, it's gonna be a bogey. All right. So for the other streamers as well, having a look at their cam, Sunita with 4 strokes, that's gonna be a double bogey for her. But unfortunately, not everyone had the best of luck too. And then, Sunita and Hathora, they had 4 and 5 strokes in total. That wasn't the best case for their side. But regardless of that, we can still continue yet. And we're going to go through on hole number 3. Casper uses the free cam, gets a lot of information. Now, what is her strat right here to get possibly a hole in one? Because she is attempting something like that.
It's where the real fun will start.
Oh.
These courses will really test how you view all the other maps, because what we saw in Forest, Candyland, and Twilight now is going to start adding up. All of the different types of courses that you learned is going to come over onto you, and it feels as though Adora is already jumping from one course to the next. He went from hole 3 all the way over onto hole 7. I think that was hole 4 or hole 5.
You're asking the wrong guy here. I'm not really sure. Vanessa attempts something like that again.
वैसे थोड़ा सा
I
ऊपर उठ जाओ
think if she has 3 strokes already, just go for the regular one.
वो जो डब्बा है उसके इधर मारो थोड़ा सा
Oh,
go to the right, don't bounce
नहीं
it.
नहीं, it bounces and it goes. I remember this.
all right. They're conversing about the ball bouncing through it and stuff. But
Wait,
yet again, we're just waiting for it. All right, full power yet again for Vani. I mean, seeing how the previous ones ended up, I don't have a lot of optimism for this. Yeah, why? Where is she?
He's on another hole.
अरे यार नहीं हो रहा है ये. I don't.
When it's just go normally. Yes, yeah, just normally.
He's doing it for the fans.
There you go.
Uh, I'm not really sure how doing the same full power shot 3 times is for the fans, but alright.
Hey, honestly speaking, I don't know if you streamed or not, but people in the chat like it more when you fail than when you do something good.
That is true. But anyway, 7 strokes of Vanessa. She falls down to the 3rd position. And yet again, oh, this time it's actually Casper who's at the top of the table. Granted, it's only been 3 holes as of now. I would say that yeah, it can lead to some interesting scenarios being created now that we have another contender for the top spot.
हाँ ये वाला है bro ये
ये वही वाला है. ये
Map is just an absolute force
ये
going around all over. One by one, they're going to be adding it up and switching things around. Tora holding down from his own end. Gets a bogey though at the bare minimum, so not really the end of the world. He's still able to keep his entire team in the running. And Mackle not really having the best of days on this map. It's kind of expected because a lot of people don't really know about this map. And they don't have the, let's say, perfect understanding. But someone just jumped across the table beautifully. What?
It's just...
almost had it. कैसे जा रहे
I
हो
have
मेरे
no
को
clue.
पता.
Yeah, so many of these shots, you're like, you look at it, you see it happening, but you still don't believe it. Just like this one. I mean, granted, oh, he went to another place. 8 strokes for Mackle. Seems to be struggling right now.
Hole. Going through the wrong.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he was going to the.
नहीं but इस वाले में भी होता है.
This is why this map is so confusing. There's so many holes in close proximity to one another. You're gonna be bamboozled of which one you really need to go to.
Now the hard
That's when the
part
free
है.
cam comes in, and the free cam's gonna tell you exactly.
ये भी नहीं है तो गलत आया.
You need the assistance of free cam. Hopefully by now, all of the streamers are well aware of it and how to do it.
वो टेबल के पास
मार दे शायद वो.
And right now, that's going to be 7 strokes for Casper. So again, a very difficult hole. I mean, yeah, you can see her reaction. I think that's the reaction of every single streamer out here. For this one, 7 strokes, 4, 14, 1 just ran out of strokes. I think that was Mackle right there. Very unfortunate as we move on over to the next hole. And now we are seeing, yeah, the sheer confusion. I mean, Mackle exclaims that there are many flags. So they're not really sure which one is the one for this hole.
Let's see what we can expect for now. Mackle, though, trying to get a little bit more of forward performance. He's gonna be able to shoot himself over. This is gonna be a pretty tricky one in general. Once again, pretty much a nail-biting moment for us, but for Atora, he's just chilling. Just look at this man. No reactions whatsoever. He's like, yeah, just another day in the
अबे साइड
office.
से रैंप बना रैंप करेक्ट तरीके से वो. थोड़ा आगे जा
Oh boy, Mackle.
थोड़ा आगे जा.
As good as maps 2 and 3 were for him, this one has spelled disaster in a major way for Mackle. And considering how his performance has been so far, it is very difficult for him to make a comeback or for him to be on the top spot. But then again, it is Haunted. We will see a lot of fails. So Mackle, who's on 4th position currently, things may get better. However, he has to give the best performance overall consistently for the upcoming few holes.
You need to go on top of the thing. I forgot. Oh, this brings back memories. I remember jumping on towards this tray and then having to shoot myself into the hole-in-one right after the tray. Tray carried me over here. Oh, this brings back memories, man. God damn it. Now I really want to play golf.
I'm whiffing.
ट्रॉली में को लेके
Seeing how this map goes, then I'll have to make a decision whether I want to play or I don't. Because this map seems a bit frustrating.
Dude, you're
Vanessa
gonna buy
gets a
the
bar.
Xbox Game
उसका
Pass
रैम पे पावर
anyways.
मार बस
That is true, yes.
अबे इतनी भी नहीं बे
But I may play something along the lines of Doom Eternal rather than just this, rather than golf with friends. But, well,
Hey, that's why
and
you're
obviously
possibly
Halo.
even gonna buy a laptop as well because your PC just can't handle Doom Eternal.
I absolutely. It can handle Doom. I have played it. No, it can handle. But hey, if I'm on the lookout for a new processor, I may just get the 5000 series. Regardless of that, these streamers they are on the lookout to get the whole 7-stroke and you miss it again. Oh, this is desperation. This is desperation from Mackle right here. 7 strokes. This is gonna be his 8th. Oh no, that's gonna be a total of 9. That's very sad.
Mackles are pretty much at the bottom of the scoreboard at this
He
point.
is, yeah.
Not much that you can do to try and bring this one back. And now the big bad ghost is here as well. Casper, I mean Casper, not the streamer Casper, is now turning it all around. What does the ghost do even? I forgot. Oh yeah, it just does a bounce effect.
I'm almost in.
Interesting. Even this reminds me of Mario, but the not Mario Kart, but like Super Paper Mario, where you go into Bowser's castle and there are ghosts there. Cause yeah, reminds me of that. They're very annoying to kill. I'm not gonna lie. Like as a child, they traumatized me. Maybe because I was a child and there were ghosts, which already is not a fun experience for a kid. But they were annoying to deal with. I'm sorry.
Mackles just. Dude,
Oh no! Oh, this
he's
is.
just winging it as much as he possibly can. He doesn't care anymore.
It's like when a team has so much economy, they just buy 5 operators. That's what Mackle's doing. He has so many extra buffer strokes. He's just going for whatever. He really doesn't care. But he should, considering this is worth a total of 5 points for him if he gets it correctly. And again, those 5 points can be a differentiating factor overall into leading his team winning 5 lakh rupees in general or going home empty handed after the streamer quest is over. But other than that, from what we can see, oh, how? How?
Geometry, trigonometry.
Which is a tan theta san? One of them is one of them. It's tan theta. Yes, I remember that much.
Tan theta, cosec.
Don't just no. Just no. I would much rather hear you talk about the 9-3 curse than this stuff.
Okay, all right. Next time we cast together, it's happening. Hey, you said it, not me.
What have I gotten myself into? But then again, what has Sunita gotten herself into? 6 strokes already? Where is she planning on going? Not really sure. For Vanessa as well. Oh, what? Oh, that's just unfortunate. Yeah, this is very confusing for the streamers right now. We can see a bit more of the frustration leading in as this map is creeping in as well. So by the end of this map, by the end of 18 holes, we may see a proper rage quit or something like that.
Okay.
It's a high possibility. This is one of those map sets that you just do not want to be in.
You're going straight.
It's gonna add strokes like crazy at this point.
Already is, yeah.
You can do it in 2 strokes.
I can.
थोड़ा less par करो.
Okay.
Nice.
That time is 16 seconds.
There you go.
14 seconds.
All good. You got it.
All right. But 11 strokes, Vanessa does get it. 11 strokes, so that is the thing. That is a lot. So the scorecard is going to be pretty interesting whenever we will get to see it. Because these streamers right now, yeah, I'm not really sure. Based on the inconsistent performances, sometimes they're on fire. Sometimes they really fumble the bag. So I want to see the scorecard specifically for the haunted map right now. But overall in general, because we may just see a shift in dynamic.
Last couple of changes here and there. Maybe find a little bit more of an emphasis for the finishing end plays, but currently it doesn't really look like that just yet.
True. Yeah, we're having a look at Team Alpha right now. Sunita is present. and seeing how she is going again. It's a good performance overall, but Team Alpha just far too behind the other two squads. They
Oh
can't
my
really
god.
catch up, as that could have been
अरे
a
यहाँ आग क्यों
genuine
लगी थी?
three-pointer
What
Kobe.
the?
However, she just missed it.
Really the best of ways for them, but ooh,
Yeah, fuck.
Steven, that was a
I saw
close
that.
one. If she got over the ledge, at least that a downwards ramp would have given her enough velocity and momentum to just completely run it down over. But once again,
Oh
adding
my
a
god,
lot of
bro.
strokes
Stop
down.
doing that. Stop doing that, dude.
It's gonna be every single one of these
एक
streamers. They're
यहाँ
just
देख
not able to
कूद
get
कहाँ
that
हो तुम?
perfect
मैं
shot
इधर हूँ.
off that's gonna
ये
give them over the edge.
3.5, 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I finally did.
3.5.
Oh,
और ज़्यादा
again,
करना चाहिए.
हाँ तो मैं
unfortunate.
Maybe a lot.
Well,
सबसे पहले आई थी.
all right. Oh, that could have been it for Sunita, but she has to use another stroke. 11 strokes now.
सुनीता गाली नहीं.
It's
कहाँ
getting
मैंने
more and
गाली
more
दिया
difficult
तुझे?
here
अब
as well. Vanessa, they're just gonna start adding up strokes at this point. Ooh, Vanessa nearly got
She
a
runs out of
pretty
time.
good stroke, but yeah, that's gonna add 10. She need to hit that down one perfectly. She knows.
Damn it.
She was close, but not really much she can
थोड़ा
do.
बाहर हो गया
All
है.
these holes they're getting to the streamers, I'm pretty sure their
Exactly.
mentals taking a massive hit.
Mm-hmm.
At least I now know that I'm not the only one that had to go through stuff like this when playing this map.
Oh,
अबे
Sunita's
सामने
in
bro,
prime
पहुंच गए
position
bro,
for a
पहुंच
grief. But I don't think she. I mean, at this point, Team Alpha can go for that. You know, Cabo and Sunita, they can absolutely attempt
I think they're
something
too
along the
nice.
lines
I
of
think
that.
they're too nice to do something
Ah,
like that.
that is true. Nice. I'm not looking for. I'm looking for entertainment. I want content to end up on the highlights after this one is over. But again, you know, we have Casper as well, and I'm really dying to see the total scoreboard so far of map number 4. I hope we can see that very quickly. Okay, Casper is currently leading. Interesting, interesting. Still at the lead. So that's really good. Someone from Charlie's contesting, but then you have Hathoda in close second as well. So you really have to think the major difference of strokes that was there after the initial 3 maps, is that going to be countered by the Team Charlie members? A may just be.
What?
I did it in
Not that.
But Casper is like, what?
I did
I
it.
did it in 3.
This can be the comeback of Team Charlie. This certainly can be it. I mean, Mackle, he's got to be consistent right now as well. All right, so that should be 3 max to max 4 shots. Mathora's present as well. You already know Team Charlie are on the verge of a comeback, something along the lines of that. But the margin still can be a bit more.
हो जाएगा यार, हो जाएगा. धीरज
Gets it on a boat.
पीछे I'm
I think they're gonna get inching a little bit more closer to each other. Yep, Mackel with 65. He's 15 points behind the first initial player, which is Casper.
इधर है.
So, not the end of the world, but it can work out. Still playing onto their cards,
Okay, I
but
get it.
ooh, positions are difficult. Because this is the place where you can't really get out of it as easily unless you get that perfect angle shot. And Casper's gonna be able to get herself into a pretty good spot. But to get out of that position as well, she needs to invest at the bare minimum of 2 strokes.
Oh, all right. That's a better second try.
इधर क्यों आया बे?
It's again, yeah, Team Alpha taking it like slow and steady. I think this can be a lot of their like extra strokes why they've been added up, because yeah, they're just taking it very slow. We just saw Sunita not go for like a double bounce shot, but rather she adjusted herself in the middle, costing another stroke. This can be one of the reasons why her and Cabo are a bit behind.
Little vibrancy
But
है उसकी
having a look
stream
right
आपको
now,
बहुत ज़्यादा ऐसे
yeah,
vibrant लग रहा है.
unfortunate for Team Alpha.
आ रहा है.
ये मैकल के हाथों सब.
Thoda's been keeping it very competitive from his own end as well. Even though Mackel's not having the best of performances, I can already see the side of Team Bravo just being
There we
in a
go,
pretty
there we
good
go.
spot just
I'm
because of
holding
Thoda
it.
being able to be an absolute Chad at all moments.
Hmm.
But for now, at least, with Casper leading the charge with such phenomenal performances, if Vanessa is able to get a
कैसे तो हो रहा है, पार हुआ है
decent
मेरा
enough
भाई, कैसे तो हो रहा
starting,
है? What am I doing? I don't
then it's
even
perfect.
know.
टकरा रहा है मेरा इधर.
कहाँ हो तुम?
True.
Starting पे हूँ.
थोड़ा पास जाओ, जहाँ सुनीता है ना वहाँ जाओ और उधर से
All
करो.
right.
Edit that.
Yeah, so far again, the streamers giving each other advice. Casper, telling her teammate Vanessa how to certainly get it in. But the strokes really are adding up. Look at that from Mackle. That's going to be another one at the bare minimum. He's already had 6 strokes. That's going to be a 7th. He'll require 8 strokes to get done with this hole. Not really the best performance. Yeah, he knows. Hole 13. So we are near the final stages. We only have 5 more remaining. And with not a lot of holes remaining, the streamers have got to make sure that they either keep onto their position if it's a good one, or start going on the aggressive if they know that they need those strokes and they try riskier shots.
बाहर जा रहा है. कम करना
तो
पड़ेगा.
2 करो पहुंच जाओ.
Pretty tough position for her. There's only 35 seconds left. She's gonna need to go in and play it a little bit more safe.
अभी लेफ्ट में थोड़ा
You're
पास
still at the start with Sunita on her side, but
जाओगे तो बाहर जाओगे. लेफ्ट में जाओ.
looking that good for them. Maybe a little bit of a griefing technique from the side of Vanessa, but I don't think she's gonna do that. Not today.
Don't go outside because it's a pyramid. And you have 13 seconds.
I'll try.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
Right.
Straight.
Now 8 seconds. I think she can do it, but she needs this one shot, like Casper is saying.
Steady.
3.
Do it.
That's gonna be a shot. Oh no! That's gonna be a penalty for Vanessa. That's
Strokes.
unfortunate. Yeah.
You have to go slow. True game हुआ.
भतीजे ने करी है बट भाई. इसका क्या सीन है भाई?
ये तो गलत ही सीन है.
You can see Thora being in a lot more of a better position. He's slowly bouncing his way forward instead of going for an overcommitment. And that's perfect. You don't have to worry about anything else other than that. Take it slow, take it steady, and just be consistent. The thing is, that's what most of the players from Team Bravo are doing. They don't need to worry about going in for insane plays, insane hole-in-ones, because they're on a massive point advantage. And it's all of the members of Team Charlie who are trying to catch up to them. So if they remain consistent, they don't need to get the perfect amount of strokes.
आराम से मारो.
True. And with Vanessa not having the best of maps right now, with her having the penalty in the previous one, I have to say that there's a very solid chance, because Mackle and Hathora are on 2nd and 3rd position, they can keep that lead. Vanessa has to be. I was saying how Casper had to be the instigating factor for comeback. She is leading the table, but now it's Vanessa who is holding back a bit and who really can't seem to have the best of performances from the side of Team Charlie. So yeah, not just the timing isn't right for Team Charlie, and they have to focus on just getting through with it. But I think with hole 15 being almost over now, I know most of the streamers getting it done. Map 4 is also coming to an end, and I'll have to confirm. We'll have a look at the total overall standings after this map gets over. But Team Bravo are looking very star-studded right now.
It's absurd. Looking at the positions that they're holding and how they're going to be running it all around, it'll be a par from the side of Mackle. And finally, he's been getting into a little bit of a better groove. He's rising up on the charts once again. But to reach Casper, she needs to screw up royally for these last couple of holes.
Exactly. She needs to. So, let's have a look. Okay.
There are two
She
ways.
has used her entire free cam now. Doesn't have that available. She's gonna go for the left road, and the right one. But it ends up being not the right one, as it leads to her ultimate demise. So Mackle, learning from that, will not go for it. At least that's what I hope.
It's not a bad position to be in, but you need to invest a couple of more strokes for that one, generally.
Yeah, but again, I guess for Mackle and Hathora, since again, like you said, they have to be consistent. They can just go with the entire herd, and they can just go where everyone is, so that they make sure they don't miss out by a lot, even if they do miss out.
This is one of the more weirder ones, I would say, to try and get a proper angling on, but Mackle is possibly in the worst spot he could be in. Yeah, he knows, that's why he had to invest.
Oh.
Sure. Why not?
Wait, does he?
What?
Oh my god.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
Yo,
the
Sonita,
collision.
you just did Well, Alpha's helping Bravo.
Straight up.
Oh.
Put 4.
That was a great assist right there. That was a team flash. That was a team flash by Sunita. Oh, unfortunate. All right, Vanessa, now what angle does she attempt right here? She attempts a far too high of an angle, stuck between the books. All right, again, has to respawn. She's used 8 of her strokes already. So, yeah, I have to say that with these 20 seconds, she's got to be careful with this.
Last couple of shots. Should be able to bring in a little bit more of a difference maker here, but it's not gonna be the end of the days here. 11 strokes for her. It's not looking that good for Team Charlie here, but I guess it can work out.
Exactly. The final 2 holes are here. Casper's only leading by like 7 or 8 strokes. So there is a chance she gets dethroned right here and gets overtaken. I don't think Casper, I mean, yeah, 2 strokes, 2 holes, 6, 7, 8 strokes remaining. Unlikely, but it can happen. Hattora and Mackle can really step up their game. Casper's the end, first person view. Damn, really competitive as Hattora gets stuck somewhere. Or is it a playable? No, he has to respawn. So again, everyone seems to be struggling as they're trying to find their way through hole 17.
This is very confusing,
And you're not gonna be able to see the entire course. You need to understand the course previously. Casper going full first person mode. Seeing if she can get a little bit far forward, but a full power shot is not going to be getting them anywhere. One person has made it through though, and it's none other than Hattora.
Oh, I got it.
He just always gets to these positions first.
Exactly, not really sure how, but he does it. 8 strokes, alright, I mean, that's still viable. And considering the fact that Casper's still in it, Hattora can slightly close it out. Casper's on 7 strokes. Again, what did I say? 7 or 8 strokes, something along the lines of that. Casper, if she fails here, it can mean Hattora takes the lead. A lot to play for. And I would say Team Bravo, they'll have their chances in goal to win golf with friends if Hattora maintains and if he gets first position. Casper is still struggling. 13 seconds. This can be aggressive. This can be Casper losing out on first position. 7 seconds on the clock. Yeah, she knows she's messed up. She knows she's slipped up. Nothing can salvage this one right now. She's run out of time. That's going to be a big penalty. And having a look at the scorecard, Hattora is on par with Casper now. The final hole. I know it doesn't decide a lot in the grand scheme of things, but this is its own mini competition. Exactly.
Bragging rights of who's the better golfer near you. What?
Oh, bhai, what the fuck is this, right?
Honestly, this is still creepy when the babies turn their faces straight in my direction. But
babies in general can be classified a bit creepy. Or is that way too weird of a statement?
A lot of people can see it in that sense because even I had the same ideology when I was a little bit sad. When I was a little bit younger, because I honestly love kids, but then again, babies were. I don't know. It's just a trauma for watching too many horror movies, man.
No, not kids. Kids can be classified as like infants, right? 4 years, 6 years. Babies like infants or like younger. But regardless, that's just that's I'm saving that for a podcast, I guess. I don't know. But all right, Vanessa, she gets it. Oh,
Agents with CCV, best podcaster.
Hattora misses it. So does Casper. This can be very interesting. I really want to see their point of views as well as to what exactly is going on. How many strokes are they on? Well, Casper is on 10 right now. Oh, that's unfortunate. How much is Hattora on? This really is the competition right now. Can she finish in 10 strokes? It's gonna be 11 for Hattora. It's gonna be 11 as well. No, I believe it'll be more than 11. I feel like Casper has won this map.
Yeah, Casper won this entire one.
Yeah.
There is no way he's making this.
Okay, yeah. That's that. Alright, congratulations to Casper for winning map 4. Now, overall, I have to say that how exactly and where exactly do Team Charlie stand? But so far, map 4 comes to an end. Great win for Casper. Hattora on 100. Sunita 108. Great performance. I mean, Team Alpha, yeah, they were the underdogs coming into this, but still taking a podium place, that's no small feat.
Especially when you consider how these streamers have been playing throughout this entire one. Consistency, not really the best of things. Like, it's impossible to be consistent on the haunted map. That's one of the main reasons why a lot of teams and a lot of streamers even hate this map in particular. But it's the challenges where you know for a fact a team can rise up. And in this case, Casper was able to perform beautifully in every single front. Now,
Mhm.
with the fifth and final map on the horizon, and soon enough, we're going to be running on down over into the highlights, just as our producer say. So let's roll out the highlights and see exactly where we're going to be headed, and just to relive the moments of the haunted map, because in a way, it was not a lot of incredible feats and interesting plays that just completely blew our mind, but you could see that the streamers, they were concentrating. Like, there was a lot of concentration going into this because of how twisty and how confusing this entire map is in general.
True. Yeah, exactly. Like it was especially during the early stages when we were in the same course. Like I specifically remember Mackel saying like he was really confused between which hole and like which flag was for which one, where he have to go. It led to a lot of problems early down the road for the streamers, but later on they managed to get a bit more consistent. They got the hang of the map. The holes started getting a bit more different than usual. Yes, there were major. Yes, there were other elements such as the ghosts, the moving tables, the children, the babies, whatever. But it still led to good enough performances. Yes, there were a lot of fails. After all, this is the haunted map from what I've heard, but it was entertaining nonetheless as we are having like the highlights.
That's for certain.
Hmm.
Especially in places like this where you expect a lot of different possibilities to be on the cards, but then again, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. The fifth and final map is something that I think will decide a lot, but then again, the deciding factor will be on a different front. Volcano is a map that I haven't personally played, so I can't really say if Team Charlie are going to be able to overtake Team Bravo, but with the massive buffer that Team Bravo have, and that buffer is a lot larger now than ever. Yeah, you could say that, oh, Casper won out on on map number 4, but the thing is that Vanessa didn't win out that much. She was on the bottom of the barrel. The fact that that is something that needs to be taken into consideration can cause a lot more problems than try and fix.
Absolutely so. So now moving on over. I mean, yeah, we are about to be done with the highlights from map number 4 as well. There were a lot of them. There were quite a lot of them. Yeah, the streamers were. I would say they were not enjoying themselves as much as they were in the previous 3 maps. This map was the cause of a lot of frustration. I mean, looking at Casper as well in that highlight, yeah, that was just like she finally got it. So that was that. She was done and dusted. But even the other streamers, except for Hatara, he maintains his composure. I haven't seen him really, get angry a lot. No matter what's happening, he's still gonna be there on the chair, just watching and just making sure that he's on par with whatever he wants, and that's led to great performances so far for him.
That's how it should be in multiple different fronts as well. You can't really worry about it too much. You just gotta wait it down through. You just gotta feel out the entirety of the map. But that's the thing here. Sometimes you have a tendency of playing a map that you just really hate, cough cough split, and then move on to a map that is a little bit better in general. And I do believe that Volcano was one of those maps that you can always call to be a little bit of those better ones from what I have heard. But Volcano came out pretty recently, so off the top of my head, I'm not going to say anything. But what I do remember is that Volcano has one of the most beautiful levels when we go to the very end holes. So let's see how it's all going to be going on down over there. But before we do
Yeah.
that, we got to look at the overall arcing of points. Our people back in the back end are all doing the calculations so that we don't have to do it. It's their job to do maths instead of us. So what?
But yeah, bringing forward the scoreboard as well, I still believe Team Bravo should be in the lead. Let's have a look. Let's define it once and for all. Yeah, Mackle is at the top, 294 points. Close rival Hathora, 303. However, Vanny is a close competition. Oh, yeah, no, unfortunate for Casper. Even though she won this map, the problem is she is still like 50, more than 50 strokes in front of, or like ahead of like Hathora and Mackle. That's a problem. So unfortunate for her, yeah, and unfortunate for the side of Team Charlie. They have to win the final map by more than 55 strokes, which I think is highly unlikely. And as for the bottom two, Sunita and Cabo, I believe Cabo wasn't able to play map number 4. I think he disconnected. But yeah, still the same for them. They'll be at the bottom of the table. So overall, not really the best of performances.
We're going to be setting that one up. But when you consider
Yeah.
how all of the teams and how all of the player streamers have been playing, they've learned through all of the different maps that they have played. Yeah, Haunted, let's not talk about that. This map is one of those maps that we really cannot predict in any way, shape, or form. But hopefully, they're going to be able to set themselves forward for the last and final. Because with the close competition between Team B and Team C, my hands are up in the air. You're saying that there's no possibility of them being able to win this one out on a 50-stroke deficit, but
Yeah.
I really do believe if they are able to show a little bit of more consistency, maybe at least out of the 18 holes, you get 6 or 7 hole-in-ones with a couple of bogeys and pars here and there. It could happen. Miracles can happen at any time. And sometimes miracles are what it takes to win out on a game. Like, you'll have a lot of skill in a game, but someone comes in with a dumbfound
relate.
amount of luck, and they're
Can't
just able to
relate.
take it all away.
Um, yeah, I would say it's possible, but this is more of a case for the side of Team Charlie, for the side of, Vanny and Casper. They have to just wait on their opponents messing up a bit. So let's see if they do. And let's have a look at all 6 of the streamers for the final time today here in golf. Let's bring forward map number 5, Volcanoes here.
एक बारी ब्रो यार मैं भी था दो बारी
For everyone this time.
मेरा एक में ही हो गया ब्रो
I really do enjoy Volcano as a
Let's
map
go, Annie.
because it has such beautiful scenery. The way that the level was designed is just incredible every single time. And
फुल सीरियस हो रहा हूँ मैं
all of these holes are pretty linear, so I don't think we have to worry about much. But hey, Mackle is on his hole-in-one streak once again. If it's not haunted,
रेडी हो जाओ
it's gonna be able to do it. Oh, I forgot volcanoes have portals.
Oh, so this is bind. Alright, but I'm unsure as to how they work. Did they give a zone? Oh, okay. Oh, this one's quite direct. It's gonna be another hole in one. Yeah, he knows. That's gonna be a second in a row. Now the thing is, Mackle, he only has 5 fingers on one of his hands. So pretty soon, he may have to start using 2 hands if he keeps on this streak. But I would say that, yeah, 2 members, Casper and Mackle, they get, hole in ones. Now moving on over to hole number 3. Interesting, going through the tube.
मैप के बाहर चली गई थी
And it's gonna be another hole in no.
Crazy. This is absolutely mad.
Still, he got a bogey, so you can't really say that he did not get the perfect one. Vanessa nearly got that perfect hole in one, but that's not gonna happen. Dora's gonna be able to get a par for himself. And Mackle, he's just chilling.
I'm not really sure what he was trying. Let's see. Stay on the edge. Oh, he's attempting. Interest. No, not. Never mind.
वो सीढ़ी तो दिखा नहीं मुझे
क्या तेरे सामने से निकला मैं
oh no bro I didn't
He
know
thought that
about
he
it
could
He wasn't doing it on
Oh, yeah.
purpose.
what the
He did.
fuck?
Yeah, he genuinely thought the edge
Aja bhai,
was the
niche
way to
please.
go for it.
Yeah,
He's getting
But-
closer to his body.
अबे यार 6 fucking strokes भाई I should have done it in
You know what I
2.
love about some people and the way that they play? You're like getting so much into the game, you become the ball yourself and you're inching closer to your monitor without even realizing.
That happens a lot in racing games. I think everyone can speak from personal experience, right? You're to the right, you're tilting, because obviously if you tilt to the right, because of aerodynamics, your car will go faster. You just know it. But anyways, I'm not really sure how this one's supposed to be played. The streamers are quite confused as well. They're all going for full power. They're trying to bounce through. Oh,
I
it's
don't
an
think this is a
aerial
full
one.
power. Yeah, this
No,
is an
they have to
aerial
stay
one.
in the air. I don't know if they've realized it or not.
मैं तो full power में हो गया था.
Yeah, it says jetpack. Oh, I don't think they have it like key binded to
मैं तो full power
something.
में हो गया था.
Yeah, so
Jetpack is
Vanny
left
has
mouse
it.
button.
Yeah, for Vanessa it is. For other ones, so they aren't really sure. Or if this map is a jetpack one, I'm not really sure
Yeah, they have
how
to press the left mouse
they
button.
have exactly. Now, will they be able to figure this out?
I lost
That's the question to be
I'm
asked.
gonna lose it too.
They have to hold it.
Casper, क्या हुआ?
Oh,
Oh,
yep.
Casper's figured it out.
What the? अभी समझी मैंने.
And she's
I
like,
was
oh,
trying.
never mind. I don't think going full power is gonna be helpful here.
Oh, okay. Finally,
My
it
man,
works.
no, bhai, instructions.
आ गया समझ आ गया
Fucking
I
समझ.
love the
अरे, you
different
just had to
mechanics that you
do
can.
the jetpack.
अभी अंदर कैसे जाओ?
But it's true. She's confused as to how does she go. I think I can just shoot.
Help me.
She has to shoot. Just shoot.
But then again, this is a lot of fun.
That is true.
Help me.
This should end up on the Team Charlie like front page. Just shoot.
10
Okay.
seconds, guys.
Oh.
आ गया
13, 11,
अरे
She ran out of shots.
9,
Oh.
8.
That's a lot of. You know,
Oh.
here we go, black holes.
माइकल कितना बड़ा बजलेश है भाई.
मैंने भाई. अच्छा अभी थोड़ी देर पहले तुम नहीं
Yeah, this is a very good map with the new dynamics and stuff. We have the jetpack, we have the teleport, we have the black hole. But I'm not gonna lie, visually, Candyland was still far better. Like, that was much better.
Because you want a sugar rush doesn't mean everyone else does as
You
well.
were saying something.
Hey, no personal shots.
ठीक है मैं समझी. I have to use the.
Oh.
And Casper is taking a little bit of a field trip out here.
Wow, she has to. Oh no! While she was moving, she could have.
I whiffed.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
I haven't really personally played this with a jetpack, so I believe you need to have a little bit less momentum before you can use the jetpack properly. That's my guess.
I would be the wrong person to ask.
I just do a little bit of analysis, man. You're an analyst as well as a caster.
Well, I'd say from the composition that the teams are running right now, I think
Yeah,
having a jetpack
composition.
is far better early on. But once the side swap happens and once you're through, you really have to hold on forward. So it is quite difficult to have a jetpack on your team because then you're not really sure who's going to be doing the attacking.
Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Are you done with the
My
tangent?
pants.
Yeah, that's the.
And they know everything.
God damn it. And I feel as though a lot of the teams are going to be done with this course as well soon enough because the jetpack feels a little bit clunky from what I can see currently, at least.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to figure it out, but what is this?
Like,
Huh?
Interesting.
What is Sunita trying?
Maybe flying across?
I mean, they
holes
have
on
to
the
go
other
where the
side?
arrows say. I'm not really sure. I mean, unless if she's going for a hole in one. But then again, you can't really do a lot. Yeah. Ooh.
क्या करना है? Hello.
खुद फोकस कर रहे हो यार. वो सीधे जाना है. ये मैप मेरे को बिल्कुल.
It's like a traction field.
हो गया नहीं 6 में होगा.
It's literally air
कोई
currents.
आइडिया
हाँ
नहीं.
5 में हो गया.
मेरा भी हो गया almost.
ठीक है.
What kind of volcano is this?
ऊपर आई मैं.
कैसे कैसे कहाँ
Time नहीं लगा but
This
हो
is
गया.
Fortnite.
You did it.
को कैस्पर इसके बाद.
That threw me off hard.
It does have jetpacks. I love how we're in a game, which is golf, and you're thinking of physics and like geography and like volcanoes.
And then there are these.
Yeah. What even is going?
A
I love when air
futuristic-
currents have arrows. Yeah.
What the fuck about
Futuristic.
All right.
11 strokes.
11. I mean,
And
I'm not gonna
Sunita's
lie.
gonna
Does
be
it matter now, Grace? Because it's the final map. We know who's gonna take the win majorly. It's like the streamers are still trying. I mean, Sunita is trying to get it through the portal. She has 15 seconds remaining. She better get it. Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh. To be fair, she gets it. But she has 3 seconds now.
ओ भाई
That
कहाँ
shot in
से
time.
कहाँ आने का तरीका
Not
है
gonna
कुछ
happen.
नहीं
Then
पता
she adds
मुझे
14 strokes to the
मेरे को
tally.
14 हो गया
It's
है
just
देखो
building
Mhm.
up and up and up.
मैं जा
It's
नहीं
not
पाई
looking the
ये लोग जा ले गए
best
दीदी
of situations, but hey,
Just
you
going
can
for
get
it,
yourself
bro.
through.
Just go for
Exactly.
it.
And the
Was
brief look we
going
had
for
this,
it.
at the scorecard as well. Again, Hathor and Michael leading the charge. And their team is really looking very strong right now.
This wasn't a go-go.
Is it possible to get a hole in one on this? What?
क्या खतरनाक यार black hole वगैरह है इधर.
What is this, bro?
Boom.
I'm going.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of those ones that you just can't really
ओ
expect.
भाई एक बारी में हो गया था मेरा
That's
Oh,
a
that's a nice one.
Got it.
Bogey. And now Sunita Michael also finish. A
one.
lot of momentum for him. Slows down significantly. And he's at the edge. Alright, 5 strokes still it.
धीरे धीरे lead लेंगे हम धीरे धीरे lead
But
धीरे
I'd say that so far, again, yeah, leaderboard still favoring Team Bravo quite significantly as they have like 15, as they are like 15 strokes ahead.
Oh my god,
God.
the geometry and the design, dude, it's just insane.
यही कर रहा है भाई
I like this map for the innovation, yes. Visuals,
Yeah.
still iffy, but by
No.
far the best map we have seen in terms of all the elements incorporating. And it's really good that we have it at the last
Creative
because
map.
now, exactly, because now the streamers are quite aware of how, like, with the basics, they're really well aware. But all these different elements and different assets really make them think as to how to progress further in the map.
यार
Let's go, let's go. You got this.
Especially now that the stakes are higher than ever.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that Charlie's they're trying to edge out this gap as much as they possibly can. 6 strokes inside of Mackle though, but that's the thing. Bravo, they're just being as consistent. They're not giving an inch of space away, and if this is how it's all gonna play out, it's
अरे यार
very much impossible.
Ooh, it is certainly extremely impossible.
देखो guys,
Oh,
क्या हो
Sunita,
रहा है मेरे
just
साथ?
not enough power.
ज्यादा कर रही हूँ तो ज्यादा हो रहा है
Oh no. Oh. Like you can see the frustration on her face. She knows it's not enough power, but she knows like if she does too much, she's gonna go overboard. But at least, okay, 11 strokes. Again, that's the frustration right there. That clap had a lot on it. But still, again, Hathora and Mackle, they're on the top.
Yeah.
Challenge
What?
single time. This is how it's all playing out for them, but
Shit.
इसमें
with the
एक ही
free
बारी
cam
में
now
आएगा।
giving him an understanding. What does the red portal do? Wait, there are multiple portals. There's red, blue, and green. If he misses this, he's
Confusing.
what?
Confusing.
Oh no, and the collision. Oh no. Everyone's here.
Out of the way, Michael. आगे जाओ.
Oh no.
Vanessa was waiting for him to move out of the way. She could have briefed. No. That's not how you go for it. No, you push him over. Push him. But anyways, everyone finishes. Pool 10 is also done. And yet again, we are done with like 55% of the entire map 5 now. So I'd say Volcano, with it being half done, yes, still Team Bravo, they're not giving up anything. And now it's
Bravo
like...
take it.
Exactly. Team Charlie need like all hole-in-ones, and Team Bravo, they need like all of them to go like 14 shots and stuff in order to win. It's highly unlikely it's gonna happen. Oh, beautiful.
Okay, maybe
Take a couple of more.
three, you know.
Just finish everything out. One by one, they're gonna go in for a swing. Mackle's pretty close. Get the final couple of frags out. Just end it.
किधर जाना है? Wait, let me check. I need to check.
patch में हुआ
I think at this point, the streamers just need to start briefing each other. Honestly speaking,
Exactly.
वही.
I'm sure there's someone in the chat, or like multiple people. All the streamers are streaming as well. There have to be people in the chat being like, push them over, tackle them. The streamer should read those messages. Yeah.
sometimes toxicity is good. Not
Exactly.
always, but sometimes.
The Valorant Mumbai servers agree with that statement very much.
God damn it, dude! Don't call out your own community like that.
It's the servers, it's people, it's not the community, it's specific people.
ठीक है
Anyways,
ऊपर है
that's the. But I hole 12 yet again. The good thing and the thing I love is every single hole, you're not really sure what to expect as streamers and as viewers as well. That brings a lot of excitement to me. And for the streamers, that brings a lot of like, I don't know which adjective to describe it. Yeah, they're just like a bit of anxiety, I believe. I don't know.
I'm in.
अब उसमें नहीं जाना है उल्टा
उसमें नहीं जाना है we have to dodge that
Yeah, I am par.
Sure, the par coming in for the final couple of maps, but I don't know how I feel about this. Sunita's, she's having her own little fun out here, playing her own game. But even though, like, I like this, at the end of the day, she is here to entertain all of us. So she's just having her own fun, trying to make sure that she keeps her audience in check. And goodbye.
Yeah, you got it. अभी थोड़ा सा ऊपर जाओ slowly.
I didn't even see a reaction from her. She's like, "Yep, I'm
and then go
released."
straight.
No.
There we go. Fine.
Again, unfortunate. Oh, Sunita as well.
Slowly मारना,
8
नहीं तो तुम दो side
strokes.
चल जाओगे.
This will be the 8th stroke for Vani. She get it? Yes, she does. All right.
Best.
Good stuff. But yeah, it's just coming to the end of the day. We've been here for a while. The streamers as well. They've been right here. And yeah, considering it's coming to an end, I think everyone's coming to the realization where they'll stand overall in the streamer quest. But then again, this is only the first title we have. We have so many more in this month.
Friends has been pretty interesting affair, I would say, between all these streamers, but with it coming to a close more and more, and the streamers realizing that at this stage, with only 5 holes left to try and, change everything out in like 50 strokes, you gotta hope that Mackle and his team are just, they just completely give up on anything that they worked for and just really throw themselves forward.
so precise. I think 2 maybe.
5 holes. So Mackle and Thora need like 14 shots or something. It needs to be hole in ones, but it's not gonna be either one of those cases. Everyone's trying. Everyone will have decent performances. Even average performances will be fine. Nothing major will change, as we'll see a par from Mackle.
Tube का है, where is the tube? Okay, ठीक है.
Just
Tube पे जाना है.
themselves in the last couple, push it down, and just pull themselves back up.
अरे
again.
मैंने शुरू में वो टीपी घुसने में 3 लगा दिए
15, 10, and it should be good.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh, no.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
No.
थोड़ा
Oh, that's very tricky.
8. There you go.
8 strokes per even, so that's good.
Full pass straight.
These are a couple of the ones that you really, really are gonna start.
Okay. Just go on for it. Oh, alright. Get set. Again, that was just a simple teleport right there. 30 seconds for Vani. I think she'll be able to do it.
3.
Yeah. That'll be that. Okay. Good stuff.
Nice.
Okay.
It's just quite simple, like nothing to really worry about. Keep it simplistic, and the last couple of holes they're gonna be going in for. No one really considering to go in for those spicy plays yet. Maybe things are gonna be different when we head on down over to the last hole. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed for someone to, maybe just throw themselves into each other and just hope for the best. But I think the streamers, they're trying to be as wholesome as they can for their audience.
I certainly hope that changes in the next couple of games. I mean, since there'll be a lot more head-to-head, like our next title that we'll have in the streamer quest is gonna be Halo Infinite, right? That's gonna be like a lot more one-on-one. Like if I'm a streamer from Team Charlie and if someone from Team Bravo keeps killing me, I'm gonna have a feud with that person. That will lead to more excitement. I wanna see that. Golf, we're almost done with it. So far, it's really been good in terms of the entertainment value and really good for a lot of people discovering this game as well. I certainly hope people pick up on it because it's a game you can't really play a lot online and stuff. You need just multiple friends of yours to play together, but it's a great bag of enjoyment and you can play it at any time.
Oh, there you go.
Bit confused there of what exactly Vanny was trying to employ. The hole was behind her and she went to the other side,
Okay, nice though.
I
Nice.
guess.
I don't know.
But yeah, moving on down the line from golf. First couple of maps, it showed a lot of proper competition between everyone, but now that we're on the fifth, I think the streamers are just having a lot of fun playing. Like, yeah, look at the concentration in their faces. They're like, yeah, I just want to finish this course. It just looks really interesting. And
Oh.
Mackle's like,
What the fuck?
I believe I can fly.
कुछ तो हुआ है कुछ तो
He believed he could touch the sky.
Okay, Thora. Well, he's coursing through it right now. Excellent stuff. Is he gonna get it? Oh my god, he may just.
Amazing.
How many strokes is that? That's like 7. Okay. But considering how everyone else is failing, that's still really good.
7 में हो गया.
These are one of the ones that you just can't get in hole-in-ones. But the fact that he's
Exactly.
able to be so consistent and finish every single one of these,
Oh my god.
ooh, that is a grief right there. Not intentional, but
Yes.
निकल power कम power कम.
We'll see something intentional. Come on.
Oh no.
Where is the?
Oh shit! No 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 no.
Yeah, hello. I'm also here.
some streamer
Oh
moments.
wait,
अपन
what?
दोनों का आजा.
Nah,
Oh,
but
I waved.
okay.
फ्रेंच
Right.
पार्टी कैसा लगा? बढ़िया रे, मौज है.
maybe bounce. एक मिनट थोड़ा direction change करूँ तो maybe
Whiffing.
maybe bounce back. Yes yes bounce back please.
Out of
No,
stroke,
no.
Saddle.
Last couple down. Vanny, though, not having the best of days when it comes down to stuff like this.
Did not, yeah.
Strokes are added up, and
What
she
was
is desperate.
that?
She is desperate. She's desperate.
We lost.
Yeah, after map 1, Vani. Huh? Oh, yeah, this is
Desperation.
just like. Yeah. This is like, every single round, if you're losing, you just race satchel your way through into the enemy territory. Obviously, I'm not speaking from personal experience. Absolutely not.
Out of time.
Um,
Nice try.
All right. She runs out of shots. And that's going to be hole 15. And yet again, Hathora Mackle, the advantage they have. They may just have something like 100-stroke lead as this comes to an end after map 5 is over, which is just insane with how they've
What
played.
is this? Hello?
अरे ये तो समझ ही नहीं आ रही.
This looks like Stranger Things.
हाँ लग रहा है.
Like
Literally.
the portal. Okay, yeah.
हाँ.
Oh,
How?
Bro हो गया
How?
2 बारी में bro.
what?
मेरा 3 में होगा बस.
Oh shit.
क्या रास्ता नीचे?
What did we just witness?
पीछे करके आ जाती है भाई.
Oh no. Oh.
कर रही है.
Oh, Vanessa. Oh, that is.
Vanessa hole में नहीं जाना, hole में
मैं
नहीं जाना.
चली भी गई अभी उधर. Wait.
कोई.
And she got
shit.
stuck in a
इधर
corner.
जाना है? Wait, I'm not even.
How does she
sure
escape
कहाँ जाना है.
थोड़ा
and
सा वो
evade
जाओ,
these ones?
straight जाओ, ज़्यादा पार मत लो, and there's a way straight.
He'll just casually cope himself through
तुम
all of
नीचे गिर गए हो, but कोई.
हाँ.
What would you even call? Like, you can't call this a black hole. They aren't entirely black in color.
Jared, नीचे
Like
से भी way है, but we have to just try.
blue eyes.
Holes are actually
थोड़ा
like
सा पार
this.
देना.
There's a central point
ताकि
in the
तुम ना
middle,
गिर
which
जाओ.
is
Right.
called the eye, and
Not bad.
everything
Uh-huh.
else is light being sucked
ऊपर
into
पार
that
दे दो, I
center.
feel. हाँ, full पार
Got
दे
it.
दो.
Okay, okay, okay.
That's why it's
Wow.
called the black hole.
Not bad.
People, that's why you can't really see black holes, but you can see the
Mhm.
surrounding because they're sucking in the light.
I think yeah. Okay.
Right. Oh, but I really feel honored being on a cast with Neil deGrasse Tyson today.
Yeah, what
But
the? Hey, I just watched a lot of videos on YouTube regarding these topics. I like to
ऊपर जाना है.
just get my good understanding of anything and everything that I can see.
wow, that's really profound.
Why am I bouncing back?
I hope next time you get an understanding of golf with friends so that you won't be lost or like you won't be tackled in the haunted map.
Let's just say if there was a professional tournament, one of these days, like maybe, just maybe.
Mm-hmm. Right. I believe you. Mm-hmm.
No.
Absolutely.
Hey, 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 hey! I played a lot of professional games in my career. Just because I'm a caster now doesn't mean I
No, no,
wasn't
no.
not
I don't doubt those. I certainly doubt like golf.
point taken.
ये लोग पहुंचे क्या?
Point
Mm-hmm.
taken.
मैं कल
I've played
देसी तरीका
professional
तो
getting
है।
over it, but
Professional
now
getting over it. Yeah. Oh yeah, you told me about it. God damn! Imagine if you had a proper streamer invitational regarding that. That would be fun to
uh,
cast.
oh my god, I would love to. I mean, for me, it would be a lot of frustration. I'd be like, just do this, do this, do this. And the streamers would not heed to it. But hey, someday. As right now, well, let's keep our eyes back. Let's get back to golf with friends. And this one's coming to an end almost. You know, this is, I believe, hole 16, maybe hole 17, regardless of which one it is. Still, yeah, streamers taking their sweet time getting through it. So already we are seeing like yeah, we're just seeing like, you know, a time about to run out, but I think they can finish before. 25 seconds for Mackle, 12 this is his final stroke. He has to complete it, and he will.
It's a hard one.
11 पे आ गया मैं.
Oh, shit,
Streamers,
Evan, I will.
they've already felt out the entire
Wait,
map. The
I'll
wind
go.
currents are not really helping them out.
With my
It's
best shot.
pretty much completely
wasn't
nullifying
bad.
any form of velocity that they have on their court, and Casper's like, just please let me, please.
I'm back.
But that's not the case here.
No.
Vanessa as well, not gonna be able to
Okay,
make her
okay,
way
I'm
through,
second.
just like her
Good.
teammate.
Run
Hey,
out of shots.
all of
तुम
the
लोग
side
को
of Team
14 मिनट है ना
Charlie,
इसमें?
a lot of these
मेरा
points
है,
are
मेरा
racking
तो
up
shorts
over
हुआ
and
था,
over
मेरा
again,
भी,
and it's
मेरा
causing
भी।
problems for
मैं
all
बहुत
of them.
मैं बहुत पास आई थी इसमें but
मैं
Yeah,
कल
Vanessa having 118 strokes. Yeah, really. After
The
map
hell
one,
is what is this? The Grand Canyon?
this is this is like oh what is that racing one? This is like IndyCar or like NASCAR. This is how those tracks are. But I'm not really. It's the final hole. All right, let's enjoy it. It's the final hole of the day. Let's see how it happens. Let
It's
it
a
happen naturally.
beautiful level, though. You have to say,
Yeah.
the creators of this game are incredible when it comes down to level design. No, no, what is? It's even better.
I
No,
almost did it, I guess.
Yup.
ऊपर बहुत
Oh,
बुरा हाल है बता दो
missed.
अरे
Oh.
अभी ये
Oh, the
क्या
tackle.
इनसे बच के जाइए भाई.
ये क्या हो रहा है ब्रो?
tackle is from that.
बस.
ये मेरे को उठा लेगा.
All right. Adora finishes it. Yes, he does. It's gonna be a par. That's the end of Golf with Friends for him for the day. And Team Bravo, what a performance it has been. Most likely they're gonna be the winners for the day. Having a look at Casper from Team Charlie. She is continuing her journey. But yet again, yeah, it's the final hole. 45 seconds remaining. All right, let's see how it finishes. Mackle evades that Roomba. I don't know what to call it.
not easy at
Even
all.
trying hard.
ब्रो
बहुत
ये
पीछे
क्या है ब्रो? ये तो उठा रहा है ब्रो.
I almost got
लिटरली उठा रहा है ब्रो.
Oh, poor Vanessa is having a pretty bad day.
मिल गया था
Yeah.
हो गया
यार,
मेरे से.
hard.
Oh, finally भाई.
After all of her stellar performances in map number 1 and map number 2,
Sorry,
it's
bhai.
rough to see her falling this
तभी
flat
नहीं हो रहा था ब्रो ये तो.
when it comes
Exactly.
down to map number 3, 4, and
It's
5.
okay, come second.
But hey, that's the
नहीं यार,
reality of
मेरा
golf
हो
with
गया था,
friends.
पता है Casper almost
You
मेरे
play with
को
your
मिल
friends,
गया मेरे को
sometimes
team
you
का
lose,
तो,
sometimes
but I'm
you
just getting
don't.
pushed out.
Alright, 2 seconds. She's in the tube.
Yeah, it's
She's
not
run
gonna
out of time. I don't think she'll be able to complete it. The Roomba, if he misses it. But that is that. That is the end of Golf with Friends. Atono winning map 5, Mackle coming in second. Then you have Casper as well. And Sunita, another consistent performance. But yeah, the problem is it's a bit too late for that for Team Alpha. You know, considering Cabo wasn't here for map 5 as well, he'll have the maximum amount of shots. Just a bit sad.
It's difficult, but at the very end of the day, it's all about the streamers just being
Yeah.
And hey, Team Bravo, pretty much something we did not expect from the first initial 2 maps, but as soon as map number 3 rolled around and Mackle having the best game that he could possibly have, that guy just completely outshone his entire competition at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, he showcased his potential to be possibly one of the best golf streamers in the entirety of India. So let's head on down over
is
towards the
true.
match highlights, relive all of the different moments. This time around, not going on the tangents that we've normally been going for, but instead just focusing on the streamers and how beautifully they played this entire.
Oh, beautifully they played this beautiful map with a lot of interesting elements that I'd really like to see more and more. But yeah, it is like, unfortunately we only got to saw it once. But then again, that's the speciality of it. All the unique plays, it's good we got to see them only once, and the streamers were like a bit persuaded by them and a bit perplexed by them as well. So with all that being said, the jetpacks were the funniest. I mean, yeah, it was a bit unfortunate seeing like Casper and Vanny struggle with the jetpacks and just fly up and up and up. But it was funny though, I'm not gonna lie. But after that, once everyone got the hang of it, then we were introduced to the air currents. Then we had the sweeping Roombas as well. We had the blue eyes black hole. And what else? We had the portals. There was a lot that was introduced in Volcano.
There was a lot of different interesting elements that completely changed that dynamic of golf, and that's why this is one of those maps I really do believe really captures the audience in a different way, shape, or form. Because when you play this with your friends, for example, yeah, the streamers didn't brief each other, but if you were with your friends, oh hell yes, there's gonna be a good amount of briefing for these ones. But
Exactly.
that's the thing. It's insane to see how all of these streamers have played it down through how every single different avenue that they've explored have given them an opportunity to just rise to the challenge and be able to take this one away. The fact that Team B has now taken 5 points for their entire squad for the entire month, because you gotta remember, West is gonna be an entire gauntlet of a plethora of games. And there's a lot more to go in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that right now, keeping all of that in mind, it was a very good day. I certainly enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed watching the games as well. I mean, all the different maps, all the different levels and the features. But more so, after all, we were here for the streams and the entertainment they provided, which they absolutely did. Hearing their calls as well, hearing them, talk through it, it really was a heap of fun.
Still amazed. Mackle's just like nonchalant, stroking his beard, being like, yes, I am just better.
He was. I mean, for this one, okay, not as much, but for the previous map, that was like absolutely insane performance he had early on.
Gets the final. And
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly how you do it. The winning moments of this entire matchup, 12 strokes at the very end. Not really what they wanted, but hey, it's completely fine because they don't have anything to worry about. They had that massive buffer, they were able to hold down on the lead, and sadly, Team Charlie were just not able to rise up to the challenge because the fact is, if they replayed map number one, I really do believe that Team Charlie would have possibly taken this one away if they had a home turf advantage. But the fact that everyone was trying something new, they were pretty much all close on the same field, especially with all of the new wacky mechanics just being thrown into their faces.
Mm-hmm.
And this Team Bravo, they were able to adapt quicker. That's why they were able to win it all out. It's sad at the very end, but at the same time, it is good that they were able to hold it down strong. Beautifully done. And let's head on down over to the final standings, see exactly what the streamers are looking like, who have won, how many points that they have, and at the very end, we see the total.
Yeah.
388 for Hatoda, Mackle with 389, Vanny with 438, Casper with 472, Sneeder with 515. Sadly, Kabo couldn't keep on playing, so he's now stuck on 845. And the point margin has already been given. And from the notes that I do have, the point margin will be distributed as follows, with the first position getting 5 points, being Team Bravo getting 5 points overall for their entire team, Team Charlie getting 3 points for overall their entire team, and Team Alpha getting 1 point only, sadly, for their squad.
All right. Yeah, having a look at the campaign standings as well, I'd say that so far it was an amazing performance. And now, having a look at Team Alpha, they have the most amount of points. But again, this is golf. So you have to keep in mind that the lower points you have, the better it is for your roster. So for that very reason, Team Bravo 777, well, they were quite lucky with their shots.
What?
So a great coincidence right
Hello?
now. And Team Charlie with 910 strokes in total, they'll be on second in Team Alpha. Unfortunate for them, 1,360.
Yeah, that is that's perfect actually.
True, true.
777. What are the chances of them actually getting a 777?
I in the millions, considering how many holes were there, which holes could have gotten a hole in one on. I don't know, in the millions. The
Exactly.
chance of that would be 18. Sorry, yeah, 18 holes times 5 factorials. That's 50, 40, 90 factorial, how much ever that is. Probably.
That's very, ladies and gentlemen. You can all do it back at home, but
Yeah,
honestly speaking, that was an insane one, man. The streamer quest is
really.
already kicked off in a beautiful fashion, especially with the Among Us games being an absolute
Mhm.
stupidity. Like the initial Among Us games were just really stupid, really fun, really wacky. I wanted to cast it, but hey, OG got the opportunity to do it. You know for a fact that's going to be a really fun one. But hey, with Halo Infinite right around the corner, and with so many of these streamers having a lot of FPS talent on their side as well, I'm really hoping to see all of these teams just absolutely pound each other down on. Exactly what they're going to be bringing down on the table. What superstars are going to be playing from their side? Because we know for a fact that FPS wise, Team Charlie, they have a lot more of the individualistic talents who have already
Yeah,
froze the FPS scene on multiple different fronts. But then again, on the other side, we have Team Bravo who have Mackle and a couple of other big names as well when you consider their own FPS talents on games such as Apex. In Apex, Mackle's squad have gone to the top 2 and top 3 of multiple different tournaments, if I do remember correctly, if my mind serves me proper, because I did cast their games. And then Team A, personally, I don't know if they all have any form of FPS. Uh, if they do have a lot of
experience.
FPS experience, yeah, the perfect word for it, FPS
Mhm.
experience. But we can be hopeful because if Team A want to have a running chance and try and win out on that 5 lakh prize pool, they need to step up. And Halo Infinite is
Absolutely.
where it's all going to happen.
Certainly so. Yeah, they have to go for Halo Infinite right now. But I'd say that so far it's been a great experience with golf. Halo, the major thing I'm looking forward to is as well is we were talking about, teams adapting to, you were mentioning it, teams adapting to the new maps, the new mechanics. How much is that going to happen for Halo? Because yes, the players have experience for a lot of different games, FPS titles. Halo just came out in like December last year. It's been, I would give it 3.5 months, something along the lines of that. Yes, that's a lot of time. But the streamers, how long have they really been playing? There may be a couple of streamers who don't have a lot of experience playing that game. So that we may see a major difference. We may see a major shift in the dynamic as to how exactly, because after all, the game mode we're going to be playing is going to be team deathmatch, 10, 10 versus 10. So keeping that in mind, everyone's gonna play, but not gonna lie, I'm excited for Halo. The overall standings are going to change a lot as well. As right now, like we said, for golf, it's different mechanics. So we're going to have a look at the campaign standings for golf, just again the updated ones after the points have gone through as well.
Their campaign standings are being shown on final. Team Bravo getting
Exactly.
a massive 5 point lead for their end. It's going to be the first one. And CCV, it's going to build up to be something even better.
Absolutely. So we have 6 more esports titles remaining. So a lot that can happen. And I am really interested. The maximum points you can have is like 35. That's considering your team wins every single one of them, which I don't think really will happen. Halo is going to be competitive. Age of Empires as well. It's a really
I
long
want to
standing
cast
game.
that so badly, dude. I used to be a massive nerd of Age of Empires 2. Me and my brother spent days and nights where we just played Age of Empires 2 together. I haven't played Age of Empires 4. I need to get the Game Pass for it, but it's completely fine. Age of Empires 4, and of course Overcooked 2. I got Overcooked 2, and I really am looking forward to trying that one as well. That game is just an incredible amount of fun. Think of Fall Guys, but cooking edition.
That's quite interesting. But I'd say that all these games that we just saw, alongside heaps and heaps more, over like 100 games are available right here on the Xbox Game Pass as well. You can download the Xbox Game app to get it, or you can get it with select laptops that have been provided with 5000 generation, AMD Ryzen processors. Again, top of the line, so many tiers. You've got mid-tier processors, high-end processors as well, but they power and they house such like power packed features and everything to use to your advantage and get the maximum frames out of it. But so far, we got the maximum entertainment out of the games that we witnessed today, but the stream has to come to an end. Today marks the first day of the AMD Presents Streamer Quest. I'm CCV John alongside Aggressive. We'll see you in a couple of days. Make sure you follow the Esports Club on all their social medias so as to not miss out on the next stream. But till then, we'll see you later. So take care. Bye-bye.
You're always on your game during work time. Now, take the work out of game time. And creating your best edit requires time to make the right cuts. So, we help cut render times. Get the processing power to do it all. Join the gamers and creators who know the pure speed of AMD Ryzen processors. Those who know performance know AMD Ryzen.